car acting up? Don't wait for a breakdown. Standby Auto Repairs comes straight to your location. Fast diagnostics, solid repairs, no excuses. Mechanical or electrical, we fix it on site and get you moving again. Message us now. Let's sort your car out.
The Dojo.
What the fuck was that, man?
Cut it.
The Dojo Podcast Season 18, Episode 13.
Yes.
Episode 13, and also the last episode for the season and the year.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Is it safe to call it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Definitely calling it.
Hey, get December, guys.
Definitely calling this one.
Leremba fetu.
All easy, man.
All good, my G. All good, my G.
Leren this December.
Hey.
C'est le December.
Get December, boy.
December.
December.
Kana irfumanetse re le mazweng.
Re tswile.
Irfumane re le mazweng. So I feel like a spirit is South Africa.
You know?
Konje ire shapetse karane.
Re le msecha re le Lesotho.
It's a storm line.
Which is the reason why we didn't record last weekend.
Yes, apologies.
Or this week. There was no drop last week.
Yeah.
Kana when this drops, it's already, we are recording like 5 days ahead of the drop. So yeah, apologies about that.
We'll probably even drop it early.
Yeah, just to give
As
it
a gift, yeah.
Not even wait
Yeah.
for
for
not
Tuesday.
even wait for Tuesday.
Yeah, that's also a good idea.
Yeah, Lerentse.
But babang vele ba yazi idoji nongoqo yazi nongoqo
Kindering.
niggas with no money so ba shebella la spanning and babang se banka di leave so se re ba thuse go batle ba emame
Once, why what?
one of the last one re lenga ba fona di full.
Yes.
They would say, siyabonga thina ongoqo.
Yeah, I think I've seen comments like
we suck in this juice. And then they were sebelana na hore maybe but a mistake. Yeah. So so that would be dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Lesotho.
Yeah.
Lesotho. Rainy. Rainy. Because I'm not gonna even ask you guys in the little guy last week.
With you, bruh. With you.
It was with you.
Oh, you.
Exactly. But experiences, how did you feel about it? Coming back, or maybe about the whole trip. How did you feel about it?
I'm just gonna be honest, man. There was the Friday night. I think I was so pissed that I think I said to Mbali that it's a reminder how nothing works in Lesotho. I was so frustrated at that sound.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated at that microphone. You have front of a house and back of a house engineering, and yet your sound is not what it used to be. For a festival this big, my nigga, with a headline sponsor
With so many years in the running.
Vodacom.
Yeah.
Sure, you got it fixed the following day, but like for the mere fact that you knew that this festival was on the way, and for you not to be ready by the time the people who bought tickets to be here arrived.
Got there, yes. And the ticket price is the same as Bushfire ticket.
Is it the same?
Yes, I get 900 ticket into the festival. Yes.
Yeah, because we didn't buy the early bid. I don't know which one Melissa got. Maybe we got the 600 one when it was early release.
It was early.
I didn't buy a ticket because Quinn did everything.
Yeah, we confirmed. We confirmed late.
Then, in fact, that's like even later, right? When we arrived there,
They were still setting up the stage.
we don't even know how the hell we getting our luggage to our tents.
To our tents, bruh.
Right? So, Serifumana, Honala Batuda, locals, people from the surrounding villages to come and help us carry this shit. Then I asked these people, Kirijwala Batwana Balibitite mo, Balikentiti eting. Or Hane Bakisibisite Hore, Little Bating. Because
you only take cash.
Bare no, handen tle bona ha ba bitswa. the intention was for those reflected jacket niggas to be the ones who do
Handling
it.
that service, yeah.
And then they said no, ha le tsebo etsa jwalo hobane ke rona re kotulang ebile re hlaola masimo ana.
Oh, so they protested.
So ha le fe rona mesebetsi jwang. But be that as it may, like you guys didn't plan for that because usually, let me not say usually, the last Maluti that we went to, we drove pretty close to the tent. Did we
Yes,
not?
yes, we drove.
Yes.
We weren't too far
set
from
up.
where
Yeah.
we
We went too far.
We were set up next to the tents.
Just next to the tent.
Yeah, so that's number one. Number two, Kenya sound. Number three, right? If we knew that it was going to rain, you surely knew it was going to rain.
Yeah.
You
that
surely
whole
knew.
weekend.
Yeah.
Right? How's your beer garden just chilling, Jay?
Yeah.
In the
With no
open?
covering. Yeah.
No covering.
Who's going to sit in that beer garden?
Yeah.
While say tentenyana pela stage as well.
Bruh, like
so
everything.
that there's covering.
I think the only thing there that looked like was actually working like it was supposed to were vendors.
Yes.
You know, the
Yes.
vendors that were there.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
like the Joachim,
Yeah.
the place where we bought the lamb.
Yeah.
And they had
That's
the
lamb.
the smokers that, Quinn's
Set
A
up.
package,
That was
yes.
nice,
Quinn's
by the way.
package, you know.
That was a lovely package.
Everything was working, but like it like the event organizers didn't seem like they were.
Yeah.
on top of the ball.
The package guys were better organized.
Yes.
More
The
than
package
the
guys,
They even
the
surprised me
festival
because
event planners.
Le breakfast, man, they were making an event out of it, and I was expecting like both the tamati.
Yeah.
Bro, that breakfast was good.
Bro, was
bruh.
Yeah,
and the guy was a chef. They were
Yeah,
clean,
yeah.
making it out in the open.
Yeah.
Now my thing was,
One last thing,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
One last thing. So now, headline sponsors Vodacom, right? Vodacom is huge, guys, right?
It's a big
the biggest
player.
network provider. That's it, yeah.
And you look at the big screens, Santo.
Ah, come
You
on.
did say.
They have black
Blotches.
on them, bro.
Yeah.
Karabana get it like some second hand, but it was in guy warehousing guy bagai. Over going discreet.
Yeah.
Let them use this.
Yeah.
And you know the worst thing is, like Quinn was telling us, is that like most of the people that attend that event is not even Basotho. So you sure that 80% of the people that are coming there are foreign.
International, yeah.
Do you not want to put your best foot forward, bro?
You do,
Yeah.
my G.
Yeah.
You do.
Yep.
Even never it's a save behind the again.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was disappointed, and it was a stark reminder of how
It was
Nothing works
nothing
in
works in
Lesotho.
this.
it was symbiotic of the general functioning of Lesotho.
And I'm sorry for anyone that might catch offense.
Yeah, but it's the honest reflection.
You know damn well how your country is.
Yeah.
It was. I think it's only fun because people created their own vibes
Yes.
in and around the
Yes.
festival. Like going there, being there with the
Yes,
people you're with is what the
There's a
vibe
lot of
was.
novelty around
More
it.
than the actual
Yeah.
festival, because even on Sunday when it rained the whole day, remember there was like a whole setup behind our campsite
Yeah.
where they were playing their own tunes because there was actually no one at the festival stage because it was pouring and there was no plan.
There was no plan.
Yeah.
And they had prepared for rain.
Yes,
They had
like that's why I'm saying it
proper
felt like
gazebos.
the package organizers were better prepared
Than
than
the
the
event
event organizers, because
Yeah.
what do you mean people Malay had 6 people to come and see her because it was pouring.
Yes. pouring.
And,
And
And they did try to delay her
performance,
performance
yeah.
because they thought the rain was going to stop at some point.
Some covering, bro.
We stood in the fucking rain.
We stood.
Yeah,
We stood.
Bro.
And we took a decision that we are not going to miss this performance.
Yeah.
We stood in the fucking Marasi 12 Lapemvuleni.
Ish.
People are not going to be like, not everyone wanted to stand in the rain because that rain was constant and consistent and was not about to stop.
Yeah.
Because you could see later, there was still a lot more people still at the event on the Sunday. Because later you saw them come out when it stopped raining. So the fact that Malay performed for such a small crowd was really unfair.
Well,
to
it
them.
was
unfair to
disheartening
her.
compared to what a full crowd Amanda Black had the
Yeah.
previous night.
And
Yes.
Sidimu,
She
yeah.
could have easily.
She could have. She really
And she
could have.
prepared- and
It's
this was
very
also her first
heartbreaking.
performance ever.
Yeah.
It's very heartbreaking that she had to perform
Yeah.
to no one. And I left straight after her performance because
Yeah.
then I realized that I actually didn't need to be in the rain. Like, fuck this shit. I actually don't need to stand in the rain.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this to myself?
Why am I doing this to myself?
I think another thing enough for me was like sometimes there's a misalignment or an opportunity or a missed opportunity around these things, because maybe you find that the government does not appreciate how eventing sells the country, like that thing we were talking about at South Africa and whatnot about it. Then the sponsor also does not appreciate how much, but when you're a tackle sponsor, I don't even know the owner of Maluti and the Bright Festival, but I know Vodacom. So I take my frustrations out on the brand, right? Because I'm saying, Vodacom. So for example, I would expect her, even at the border, bruh, have the flag saying welcome back. You brief your staff from Tongo, yes, I understand there are things that maybe you can turn a blind eye on, but like there's no nice welcome saying and then you walk in, you'd expect like maybe in some small towns, those teardrops,
Yeah.
along the way, just getting that nice path. And then you get to the accreditation, because now we have 2 tickets, and like there was also a bit of a mishandling there around how you accredit for both the event and the
Camping.
and the camping. Now, here's the thing about an international festival. Connectivity is the most important thing. We're not going to go to a telecom sponsored event and you're not even going to say, you know what, but let's have a tower of Vodacom. In fact, their tagline was the best network. Why can't you just sacrifice in the vicinity of where we are staying? At least we can get connected by our own airtime in there. So you need to showcase the strength of your network.
That's your core product.
Yes, and it's a core need for us. We need to be connected.
And we market as well. Post that more.
Do you think we are unfairly comparing Maluti to Bushfire?
We definitely are.
We are.
I am.
Are we unfairly comparing
Everyone
the
that I
two?
spoke to who
Rightfully.
does these things that I know, the first thing that they said, okay, this is not Bushfire.
Bushfire. Because I said that the minute we got there,
Yeah.
because when we went to Bushfire, and we got to Bushfire in the middle of the night, but there was a truck,
Taking our
Rites,
shirts.
to come take our shit
to
the campsite.
Yeah.
We didn't struggle with that.
Yes.
We had all our stuff together. Now we have to trust people we don't know. There's like 5 or 6 people that are carrying our loads,
And
because
the
I went
hecklers
with
and
we had to have multiple trips because we had brought so much shit with us, but all the shit fit into our truck at Bushfire.
Yeah.
And it was one trip.
And we didn't have to
Yes.
we didn't have to separate from our stuff. So one is in this
And you
yes,
didn't pay for the shuttle.
there was
No,
even,
we didn't pay for it.
staff on the field to help you to pitch tents.
bruh.
And we didn't pay for the shuttle.
didn't pay
No,
for
we
it.
didn't.
Bushfire is a cashless event.
Yes.
Haranta cash
We didn't.
Haranta cash. And Maluti is all cash. Bro.
It's all
And them niggas don't even tell us you're gonna
Yes,
need
that's
cash.
my point.
My nigga, what Taban was just saying now about telecom, your core product is connectivity. Do you know, but Tubarik saying airtime never swipe?
How, bro?
Yep.
How?
Do you know?
Do you know what?
I didn't.
what
All
happened?
cash, bro.
You know what we did, Limudis?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is your event.
And high fella in a fair like that.
Bruh.
And here's the thing about connectivity, Happy. It makes, and we are not bashing, this is an opportunity for them to build on. If I am Vodacom, I am having a 24-hour center open. It's a weekend campfire.
When
I'm
we went
running
to get
shifts.
coffee, they still hadn't
Yes.
woken up.
I'm running
They hadn't
shifts.
set up the...
Because like Babata phone, like bruh, I was even thinking like I would even run a public phone yourself phone here.
You actually didn't come back with coffee because in
drank it on the way.
in Bushfire you came back with coffee for all of us. You didn't come back with a damn thing.
Now the secondary sponsor so you didn't tell us to have cash, ne?
They didn't tell us to have
The
cash.
secondary sponsor is Netbank.
And you need cash.
They don't have mobile pop-ups at the ATM. So we ended up
There's no cash.
There's no cash.
asking the coffee vendors to charge us more so that they can give us cash, and then that's how we bought the airtime to convert.
Are you kidding me?
That's what we did.
Yes.
So you want to bank me and you don't have cash for me.
Yeah.
You want to
Connect
connect my calls.
Yeah.
But
Your infrastructure is
your
like-
infrastructure.
You can't buy the product.
Maybe it's too.
What are
Maybe
you
it's
here to
too.
get
Maybe
from
it's too new. I don't know how old this thing
It's
is.
probably
Maybe
12
it's too
years, bro.
new
This
of
thing
a
is old.
festival.
Maltunyan has been
But I
around,
get
so.
maybe it's like but maybe now only it's gaining
They getting-
momentum.
No,
and now they maybe it's their
Maltunyan.
first
It's
year
what we were saying,
securing
it's symbiotic of a bigger.
sponsors.
Of a
Yeah,
bigger
I don't
problem.
know. I don't know when they landed Vodacom though as a sponsor.
Yeah, they've
Vodacom has been there for a while.
It's always
It's
been there for a
okay.
while. Wabo. So
I
the
just
in-
don't know if they've been getting the same amount
of money.
Of
yes.
money.
Yeah. But Vodacom has been there
Yeah.
a long
So
time.
the festival was trash except for Amanda Black and that guy.
Sidimu
I don't know.
was my
his name.
highlight.
Is that
Sidimo was dope.
Sidimu,
Was my
Amanda
highlight.
Black,
Amanda Black.
Malay
Malay
also was
nice.
Malay
Yeah.
was
really
dope.
great for
Sun
me.
Ed was
I
nice.
think Malay could have been better.
Sanera was also cool. I liked it. I don't listen to him, but I like that performance.
Sun L was nice as well.
I saw what the hype was all about.
But yeah,
I like the party stage. The party stage was dope.
I only went to the party stage
was
once.
nice. Was nice.
Me and
Was
Taban did
Mendes,
the party stage.
We hit it. I didn't even
Yeah.
know it existed.
Yeah, Quinn called us.
Yeah.
For that.
God damn, Dian Sada.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nedinta party stage.
Nedinta.
Yeah, I was happy with the party stage.
I was fed up at that point.
Yeah.
Now the party stage was
So outside of the
dope.
festival, the vibe there
It's always gonna be nice.
was amazing.
'Cause it's a novelty.
Campus.
Campers
the
are
week-
great.
yeah.
Campers
We
are great
met
people.
people.
Yes.
We had a good time.
Nice scenery.
Look, I said I'm never going back there again. I lied.
You might go back.
I won't be back there again because, like you were saying, the whole experience is really dope. The whole camping
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
it's great, and I just hope that they'll do better next time. But
Yeah.
I take back what I said to you, but I will be going there again.
I won't.
And I'll be going probably every year.
I wanna
I'm
do
okay with that. I'm okay with
campaign.
that once-off experience.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that shit. Literally, do you know the hell like xa ndicingane if I yho sana yazi yo into endizingandenza ndibuyele back those boys Quinn was with bebe cute ababhuti
And they were very friendly.
And so helpful.
oh
they were
my
so-
Man, and
goodness
so helpful, man.
They were
Dinga-
so helpful.
and all married.
And all men.
I didn't say I did anything to take her abafana bebe cute
Kind of what's the name of the package?
Mokorong.
Mokorong.
Mokorong camping experience. Shout out to me.
Yeah, shout outs to
Shout out
them,
to-
man.
shout out to
Shout out
them,
to
man.
shout out
Shout out
to
to
them.
Quinn.
they
Shout
were
out.
extremely helpful and
Oh, man.
professional and incredibly cute
Yes.
sana
Helpful,
Even
profesh.
look at those, because I was judging the showers because I was comparing them to into. But at some point I was like, man, it's actually that's a cool concept.
Actually,
It
I
is.
Going into
prefer
it.
shower-wise. I prefer
Yeah.
their shower
Yeah.
to
Bushfire.
Bushfire. I hated the Bushfire
Why?
shower
Why?
situation. Kaloku Bushfire ufuna ukumane ucofa,
Ufuna
ukumane-
ukupressa
but now you've got
anya-
soap in your
ukupressa
eye. Amanzi aqinile, like ufuna ukumane ucofa. I didn't like. No,
Okay.
I prefer.
Another thing that connectivity.
Because even with this one, because you can already see how much water you have.
Yeah.
And you can gauge,
Yeah.
yes. So
Yes,
you can
gauge.
pre-soap and then,
Yeah.
But you couldn't do that at Bushfire. It's fucking
Yeah.
30 seconds, and
it's like
now
the infrastructure was better though.
Yeah, infrastructure.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. I
infrastructure was
didn't.
better.
I didn't care for the infrastructure. I didn't care for that.
Speaking of connectivity, with telecoms as being a partner, because the thing about this thing is like you need to go back and get real insights. So, for example, you know that probably half of the people will never even see a performance. So it's an opportunity to even set up stage screening outside
at the
the camp,
campus,
so
at
that
the
even though
people can watch.
Wabo.
That's a dope
Hey,
concept.
so you do all those things to give people a nice experience,
They tried with that yellow truck that was next to us, that orange truck.
but didn't
They
didn't show screening. though.
market.
Did they have a
But that was the DJ's fault.
Yeah. Mara, they were not having. I'm talking about.
They didn't have screens.
Show me the main stage, even if I'm not gonna go.
Yes,
So that I'm-
yes.
yeah.
So that I can always see what's happening.
And maybe, and just maybe, Hunter Lutida, I might just like it and want to walk up to the
and
stage.
want to woke up. Yeah.
So like all those touch points, they really do matter.
Yeah, no,
all
they do.
All those touch points, they really do matter, and they showcase your product,
yeah.
screen, connectivity.
No. You definitely got a point.
So they need to have those things.
You definitely
Now
got a
I'll be
point.
back. I'll be back.
Wabo?
Yeah. What also for me also the experience I had at Maltunyan obviously made me appreciate the experience I had at Bushfire a bit more. You know what I'm saying? Well, because Bushfire was the first camper thing I've ever done as well.
You lie.
No, we did Maltunyan. I gave up. It does.
To be honest,
And we left.
To be honest, this one was a better one than the previous one.
Yeah. No. If I'm gonna
anything,
compare,
if
yes,
anything.
that's way better. Way better.
Mole ne re tsamaya, a na le
But
lebelo.
dust everywhere. You wipe yourself with
Yeah,
dust.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Definitely will do Bushfire
Yeah.
again. Definitely will do.
But man, we say all this to say, man, Basotho, we love Basotho.
Yeah, they just need to fix
We
it.
will go back.
And I love the country.
Yeah, we love the
Yeah.
country. It's
And the
beautiful.
people are nice.
And thanks to our connect.
I think it was just the
Vodacom.
weather that made it
And
extra,
the people are
that
very nice.
highlighted the bad things. Because if it was a sunny day, I don't think
Yeah.
people would have
You
minded
yeah.
the small things.
Yeah.
Because enyanin, when on Saturday, no one even noticed that it was raining.
Yeah.
No one cared a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And campers are great people, bro.
They're
Yeah,
the best.
bro.
Campers
They
are
know all the harsh
They're the
conditions.
best.
They are not the hard people to please.
Yeah, like if you gonna judge those people, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Campers are great people,
Yeah.
bro, and
Yeah.
they know how to party, and they
Yeah.
party hard, bro.
Yeah.
And they party hard, them niggas.
Bruh,
bro.
the music starts pumping even before you wake
And-
up.
Yeah.
and they are computer.
I mean, those niggas behind us, yeah, but never not sound.
But their playlist was nice.
Yeah, they had that
Yeah,
those
they were good
those JBLs.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
come we never went to go chill there?
We should have.
We should have,
And we
actually.
could have. Kapajwe.
Kaloku ndenze smash mna pha, so I couldn't go there.
Unoyenzing.
Kaloku laa mntu besimgxotha.
Oh, maybe apa.
Oh, and
Because that's the thing, man, we need to make friends as well.
Yeah,
And
we-
make
yeah.
networks, and
they
you never
make
know who
friends.
you wanna meet.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I said. But now you make friends, but mna ndenze smash.
Yeah.
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 When you lady breach.
Kenze
Yeah.
smash, kara.
Hey, I know. Listen,
it
I
was-
love
It
campers.
was really
man.
cool, man.
Yeah. Other than that, man, yeah.
But I look
Besides all the
session.
But even the ladies and gents that were helping us were particularly friendly.
Yeah.
Ngezinto. Oh, the shuttle.
Yeah.
Memamdisi.
Memamdisi. Ke tshwere lebitso leo hobane ke senya
Akaminzu mudise obepha. I was telling Mudise bana hey angomudise pana. Yes. I met so many Mudises
Everybody there
there.
is just so helpful.
And I didn't encounter that often.
Friendly.
Really? I'll call you Nick Pa.
I think for the longest time in my life, I thought I was the only one with that name. Because everybody had it as a surname. Until I met some little brat at church.
Habo time ke se name Mdisi. Mara bale ba switch.
Kaloku begcwele nina pha kanqani bi nonke.
But wash out with that.
Ah, but I'll quickly message.
Yeah,
Now we're going back.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna write them these ideas.
But to wash out with that. But to wash up line.
When I just
You
give it
must get
one.
them to hire you.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them.
But to wash
But we had fun and Dintle
Yeah, we had a-
always
Shout out to Dintle.
Shout out to Dintle.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Oh,
Dintle.
oh, but I think about wash up.
Yeah.
But to wash up with Dintle is one of those.
And what I like, she was like always like she warned me. She says, "Kawukop, lower your expectations. The bushfire, wabo. Please lower them."
And like we were saying, everything we're saying now comes from love. 'Cause
Yes.
we want to see the event
Yeah.
grow and become big. And
What I did appreciate it though is that even though it might not look like it on the surface or at face value, but the government does take it serious.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
The prime minister
Prime
was there,
Minister was
walked
there.
through.
and
Oh.
ministers were there.
And I saw one minister and
Yeah.
the prime minister was
Prime
there, and he
Minister
was
was there.
actually standing in the crowd.
And
with us.
Hasidimwa test.
Like, ke ne ke sa tsebe hore tla be re profemela
Le
prime
Prime
minister.
Minister.
So like you promilely,
But-
I'm seeing tooled up niggas.
Did you notice that all the backup singers there were locals?
Yes. On
Were they?
Yes.
Right, like it's
Because no, Nesga Amanda Black, busy locals, even that Sotho
that's
guy that was
lovely.
performing after with the gents with the red blankets.
Yes.
And then I was like, I hope they're not exploiting these people. But all of them were locals.
Bye-bye. And
Even
niggas are getting
even
paid.
Malay's backup singer was local. So
That's
all of
cool.
them
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them
local.
seemed to have gotten
opportunities.
locals as
in the ecosystem.
well the
That's
acts that I saw.
That's true.
The acts that I saw, all of them seem to have had local backup singers.
I like
Ukhumbula
it.
lo
I like
kamale
it.
bathi bemnikela jacket inkulu bra.
I went on because she was fatigued and small.
But libale, I sincerely hope that gentleman was not
Nah, I'm sure
exploiting
I'm sure
those guys. I
everybody got
hope
paid.
I hope everyone got
Yeah.
paid.
I'm sure everybody got
And I've been at Tabi.
Asazi kaloku ukuthi ziba zasethabeng.
And there was a time when me looked at it like,
What are you about when they give each other the eye? What's it?
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah, that guy.
That's a good collab.
Yeah, so I liked
I'm
that.
sure they
But
got
at
paid.
least they at least locals.
And one of the other things exciting, Bonang, like speaking to what Mbali was saying and what Modise was frustrated about, just in terms of and the injustice of sometimes not incorporating the local community into the economic opportunity for the weekend. Like we go and buy body fruit and veg, go pick and pay, but you can get these people by itimelang. Set up a nice stall for them so that we get our fresh veggies from them.
Yes.
Instead of have a farming. Because now what we end up doing is like, and we end up
Packing so much shit.
Yeah, because you are over preparing. Refabo pick and pay children.
And we pack so much shit.
We gave away a whole
We gave her all our
bag.
groceries.
of beef, bruh.
Because we didn't make the poach.
Le pufane ka ofela re
Yeah.
mamdis.
I get there was beef in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Le pufane.
Nee,
Yeah. But again, Lesotho obviously and Maltunyane has better views than
Bushfire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, set out.
Capitalize on that.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
That's the selling point.
Definitely, it's beautiful there.
Yo, that country
And I
is
saw that they were
beautiful.
they had like an
They had
itinerary, so
They
that
had
hikes.
hiding.
It's just that we are not hike people.
Yeah.
But they had hikes. They had
Remata.
horse.
It's not that we are not hike people. Remata.
And you're hike person now. Me, you can take me everywhere in the world. Never fucking take me on a hike.
Already.
No, even
Just don't like it.
it's just not my thing.
Yeah, but that country is beautiful, guys.
Hutle dam fan.
Yo,
Hutle blind.
Yeah.
It's a big selling
everything
point
might
for
not
them.
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
but
It's
it
fucking
looks-
beautiful.
Some things make up for it.
It's beautiful.
It's fucking beautiful.
Something makes up for it.
Nabaputi bapa.
And then knitting
It's a
and
very-
fish
but
and
you
chips.
know what I realized, like there's like a stark difference between the ones who buankabon, like your Queens, Bohatani, Boliroy, like your Model C type,
Your Urban
niggas,
Basotho.
your
Yeah.
urban Basotho, ne? Because I remember going on the Moshesha walk and meeting a whole different kind of Mosotho.
Really?
What?
I need to do that work.
Yeah, you should do it if your knees are up for it.
Shit.
But like I sort of I encountered a different kind of Mosotho Aling, like on a more, you see those videos that I like to send to you to TikTok. That is Amazon.
No, I don't want those ones.
Don't show the niggas.
No.
Farm
No, I
ass
don't.
niggas.
I don't want.
true representatives.
The one that I went to.
Yeah.
And I'm
Farm
like, bro,
ass
like, why are
niggas.
these niggas so mean, bro?
No, I don't
Like,
want.
this is not the, the Basotho that I'm accustomed to.
yeah.
But then it
Farm
just
ass
lets you
niggas.
know that, like, it's a you take it for granted just how big a country Lesotho is, as small as it is.
Yes, with a
Because you
different
meet a certain type
profile.
of Lesotho because
Yes.
of who you are
Yes.
and
And
who your background is, and the
yeah.
people that brings you around.
Yes.
That you forget that there's a whole
Whole
lot.
other
In fact, the
archetypes.
majority of what Lesotho is
Yeah.
that other thing.
No, then
It's them farm ass
I was about to say, bana mandombi, get your camping gear, maseni away. But if you're telling me that.
but when you go to something like this, you are going to bump into the one that
Yeah,
you
but something like this, that is what
No,
you're going to
but
find.
the thing is, I need to differentiate, bana, and a lot of the people that were there camping, the Basothos that were there were the people that are from fucking Bloemfontein and Bethlehem
Yeah.
and whatever. I'm not talking about those guys. Those guys.
You mean Basotho ba Lesotho?
I mean
Basotho.
Basotho ba Lesotho, but
Urban.
yeah.
Ibukwi.
Hey. Woo.
Jeremiah.
I don't know what those guys'
Jeremiah.
names were. I don't know.
Jeremiah.
Baba hamlete jwang. Even Sesotho sa bona, you like.
Because you are right, because they've got this, like, you know, always say what
They make Sesotho
No,
look
they're very-
so
they're very
sexy.
cool.
Yeah. You know, like, they've got this, like, contrasting thing where, like, they are so urban, ka outlook, ne? And then they are so Sotho, ka the lexicon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
then- and then
they don't speak the Sesotho that you guys
Yeah,
speak. They
yeah.
speak.
Like when Queen speaks.
Yeah.
They speak that Sotho.
Yeah.
And that
That's
Sotho.
better.
Yeah.
Like I never thought this Sotho in the exciting.
But now because of the type of men it comes from, that's what sells it. you know.
man.
But that's not the real Mosotho. Oh no, the true representative. Yeah, Mosotho.
Yeah, man.
Ababakancane bakwenyani,
And I think that's what made like it's always made me feel like insecure because of so many but I think it exists in all the ethnic groups. Like there's varying levels of like ho na le bo Xhosa ba ditoropong, ho tla bana le bo
rural village,
ho na le ba dilaleng,
yes,
wa bona,
yes,
koro
yes.
bo ya bo fapana. And every
Yeah.
time I meet like a higher grade of Bosotho,
Sotho.
I aspire to it, but like there's a certain level I can never attain, just because of my
Of your
background.
upbringing and your background, yeah. You just can never take that box.
Yeah, like sometimes, like I was listening to these Amazama niggas last night on TikTok. My algorithm is just full of them niggas, and niggas just like break into talk or mid, and he's shitting on someone.
Yeah, mid shitting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because they always beat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This nigga just like he just breaks off into something
Jeez.
that's like very like apt and relevant to
what he's talking about.
To what he's talking about,
Yeah.
and then just gets right back into it.
Man, poetic them niggas.
Shitting on this nigga.
And they're very poetic.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
right
They're
word.
very
Poetic.
poetic is the word.
Poetic is the
They are
word.
so poetic,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And I'm
poetic.
like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Poetic them niggas.
I wish I could do
Aight,
that.
man.
But a dope one, man.
Man, shout outs to Lesotho, shout outs to
We will be
Matunyana.
back.
Thanks,
back,
Dojo.
man.
Thank you for
back. Shout outs
taking me
to
to Lesotho. Thank you.
Queen.
I had a good time.
You're welcome. Shout out to Mokhotlong.
Go, man.
No,
Camping
Mukurong.
Mokhorong.
Okay,
Camping
we'll be back.
experience.
We'll be back. Camping
Thank you,
experience.
Mokorong.
Yeah, apparently Banali group as well.
Is it?
Yeah, if you want to join.
No, they took very good care of, like
Yeah,
such
man.
good care of
Yeah,
us.
they
We
did.
had an
Yeah, man.
amazing time.
They did.
Everyone was entertained. We lacked for nothing. They gave me an extra blanket, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Even though I brought my own blanket,
I didn't even use my extra blanket.
Yeah.
I did because because it got incredibly cold at night. So I didn't want to have to wake up to use it.
Yeah, because I had two blankets.
I don't
Again,
know what
I
that means.
always carry Lusolanga.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had
And
the
then
mink.
the mink. Yeah.
So you didn't need it then.
I didn't whip out the wind.
Yeah, you didn't need
No,
it.
no. I had. I don't know if I had taken my electric blanket.
Yes.
So
That they told you not to bring.
Eish. Ke re bakela stress ka dipula le electric charge.
So I didn't take an actual blanket. I took a duvet. But I took like a goose down duvet, so it was nice and heavy. And then I used their blanket with my duvet, and I had like the best time.
We must consider partnering with those guys and taking people from the dojo to
Yeah,
there. Actually,
everybody needs to experience
that way you will be back.
But
Everybody-
I just hope when you guys do that, it's not like on a muddy weekend, because I think the mud. Like I've been doing e-washing since I've gotten back.
Lena auntie,
I did it first thing.
In
In fact, no, when I got home,
Auntie,
I didn't unpack anything. I left everything
Lynn.
in the bakkie.
Lynn.
And then the following morning, I worked from home, and then I just took everything out, and all the clothes, got it
Yeah.
Nah, mangiti, but I had to do it in installments because I had packed different colors for different things, so I couldn't just put
that's what you done, Fana, was a
everything.
mission.
My shoes are still outside, so I have to
Ah,
take
that's what
them
I did.
to
Yeah,
my
that's
shoe
all.
plug.
Yeah, the shoes haven't been washed.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
that's
shouldn't
all.
have wet them. You should have just brought them so that we could take them to.
I didn't want to do
To the
that.
thing.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
No, Natsaka on my balcony.
Yeah, because my all stars were jacked.
That's both my boots and my Timbs. They're still on the and my Crocs. They're like, hey, bruh.
They were jacked. They were
Yeah, let's
jacked.
consider it.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
so you're
something
glowing,
about to.
man.
We'll probably be doing something like that.
Because
next
we
Yeah.
campers now, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to keep doing that. In
Yeah.
fact, I want to buy my own tent,
Yeah, we campers now.
but I will be using packages.
Yeah, I love
But
the
like, there'll
package
be other
experience.
camping trips that I'd like to do that won't
Yeah.
necessarily have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are not too elaborate.
Yeah, as long as they don't have an excessive amount of
packages.
hiking.
No, if it's not for a festival, then I'm not a camper.
I'm a camper now, I feel.
It's dope, no?
Yeah,
That's dope.
I like camping.
It's dope, man.
I like camping.
I like it if it's for a festival. I'm not just gonna go fucking camp on a Tuesday with nothing to look forward to.
Camper.
There are people that make a song and a dance out of that shit. You look at the amenities. Banale veranda, banale sinki, banale kitchen, banale mfana.
We bumped into
Solar
our
power.
neighbors from Bushfire. In fact, Melissa recognized them. I
yeah?
didn't, obviously.
The couple.
The couple.
Yes. Mudisi reckon. Do you know what?
When I
Mudisi was telling me about
when I was
them.
telling her about them, you were walking away.
Fuck.
Was he there?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, no, you weren't,
because
yeah.
it was me, you, Des, and Marvin.
Oh, yes.
So, he was telling me about them, but we were walking as he's telling me about them. And then he points into the distance, and then we're walking. So I keep walking. Kanti, he's gone to them, to the lady, and I'm now send him kill. So say I'm quite send him kill. But I will Maki, and if you go Maki bed too,
because I had a good fat chat with them the last time.
It almost felt like they were shaming us for having gone for a package situation now because she was still they were still in Alex.
Yeah, but we push now. Yeah, but they got like elaborate shit.
Yeah, but
Yes.
they set up their own.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now we sold out, and
we sold out.
we sold out because we went to the burbs,
Yeah,
and they were still in Alex, and she's
yeah.
like, yeah, no, she would never. And I was like,
Yeah, she
yes,
said they
yes,
do pop-
Jaja,
they do have a
yes,
trust.
Jaja,
Yeah, because they proper campus.
yeah.
Those are the ones that don't go to the
Yeah.
festival.
Oh no, but you know something unfortunate did happen that she did tell us about. There were scammers like everything else in life. They were opportunists because she was telling us that her friend got scammed by a guy that was selling a package for $6,000. But there wasn't an actual package. Remember, there wasn't an actual package. She was the only one to have bought the package or something.
No, I think they had overbooked themselves, had they not?
I don't know, but this lady didn't have a comms
Yeah.
on the package that she had bought.
She had bought.
So you see, maybe Mokorong is just the only package you can trust because we got our money's worth. But
Yeah, the only
there were
reason
some
I
people.
went for Mukhorom because there was a lot of packages.
Yeah, there was a lot of packages.
Quinn is the homie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wasn't going to
Like
give my money to
packaging,
anybody else.
But yes, so someone sold this lady a package and couldn't deliver. So then this lady that was our neighbor was telling us that was our bushfire neighbor was telling us that her friend ended up having to spend the night with them,
okay,
because her package fell through. So
So
now they were with the package organizers, and it looked like a bit of a confrontation. But then we split ways, and then we went back to civilization, and then we let Alex people.
Would you verify
Alex.
Because I saw like on a lot of the packages.
But how do you verify these things, Des?
But a lot of them have WhatsApp groups.
Go for people that you know. Because when I was looking for packages initially, I was going to go with the guy who hired me a tent last time. Remember, I had the bigger tent. That
Yes.
guy was part of the group in Itsamalabokas.
Is it?
So he was who I was going to use. And then and he said, no, we have a package. She was like, all right, then might as well just.
because you are more my direct friend.
Makes sense, man. I mean,
I still have to get to a year end.
we are in.
He said.
Oh my God. Alright, man. But okay, let's breeze through some of these things that's been happening.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tomadanga is heating up. Like, apparently...
Is it?
Yeah, 1 year, apparently. So, obviously, we didn't get to talk until last week. Hanrele Mautsunyan. Cat, in a little big way, Cat did his
Was
testimony,
testifying, yeah.
and he came through with some heat. This week, who testifier, this... I forgot his title now. But he's one of the top cops who everybody has been pointing at.
Wamitsi.
Yes, it's a cat blue lights. He's the one testifying, right?
Hasim Lil.
Kim Konas.
Kim Konas, yeah.
Is it that Julius guy?
Julius
Konas,
yes. Julius. So apparently Lena Yamchella right now. You know, the little bits and pieces I'm getting from his testimony. Yeah, no.
You know, in movies, when the movie starts and the bad guy's just like doing all sorts of like horrible shit to everyone, and then towards the middle or the end, the bad guy starts like really seeing shit, and you start feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
For all the shit that he's going through. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah. A lot of people like actually.
For who? For Cat?
For everybody, for all of them. Bro, what they were doing, like the line of questioning, was so rude,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
It was like, yo,
yeah.
like you have to speak to the nigga that way. But he's still a
fucking
because even in Kat's testimony, he was just falling short because they would give him a scenario of the things that he admitted to. Like for instance, unsitse 500,000 rand in cash,
Yeah.
right? And stuffed it in Woolies bags.
Yeah.
So one of the politicians on La Mozore, yo, don't you find that abnormal? You know, hore.
It's an irregular behavior.
Yeah, it's irregular. Hore Ulofa, you know, a former top cop, this money in cash, and even in the way is angate.
Yeah.
So no, mara, that's the nature of our business. What the parliamentarian was trying to take him to, listen, you are committing corrupt acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that today.
Yeah.
Because she's saying like
Joey knows like
you paying for a favor.
You paying for favors.
Is that not a bribe?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
But I like how you answered
I don't
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's committing corruption.
Yeah.
I'm not committing.
I like how you answered it. Actually.
No, but corruption. You are direct participant.
Yes. However, I think one of the opportunities that these things afford us is a reflection on the type of society we are.
Yes.
Right? Just because we tell about
So yeah, speaking to that, where he was always trying to take it to, man, it's the nature of the game.
Yes. You know, like
it's the nature of the game, I mean.
Got the arms deal. Tails or whatever. We were finding out in Germany, there is a law that allows for business facilitation. Or in fact, let's be honest, right? Let's take this into let's say a relationship setting at work. We know that people spend time together at work and they want to be in love but they want to fuck each other. We're just going to protect ourselves by saying it's not allowed.
Yes.
The fact that it's not allowed does not override human behavior.
Sure.
And to stand out from a nigga I want something out of, I'm always going to want to put my best foot forward by managing my visibility index around them. It's human nature.
I think that's what we take for granted a lot, because I don't think there's ever been a time where there's never been like a quid pro quo between two people talking about something.
Yeah.
It's just that when it comes to like these bureaucratic systems, it becomes something that we try to outlaw, forgetting that this is how we've always dealt with each other.
Yeah. And the thing is, quid pro quo is business.
It's business.
Yeah. Quid pro quo is business. It's just that, I guess, with the laws of ethics, the ethical business practices, is to try to manage, because quid pro can quickly turn into greed.
Yes.
But it's always been greed, because now we say maybe, you know how companies have gifting policies.
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
That happened
all the time.
All the time.
Yes. Yeah. But you want to manage it.
So now we're managing
we
Yes.
manage it. Yeah.
To manage the greed.
To manage the greed.
The
to
overbearingness.
declare.
You don't want to declare.
What was-
Of
course I want the business.
Declare.
Yeah. Then that's why the only issue with such things is that in as much as it's human nature and whatnot, is that lerona as batho then we become so brazen about it, because now we get very flagrant about it. Very flagrant about it. And sometimes, like for example, with me, honestly, my true feelings about this situation is that I understand nature of business, ne? Mara, is that so it's like to say to Kat, I understand that's how business works, ne?
Yes.
Mara le lona.
Yeah, man. Because the lights are short.
You know, like in companies, there's companies where like maybe there's a scandal.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Nah, it's a short, dog. Like,
Kubolai.
and when you find out, I can find out to say kind of again the 360 million
rand deal.
Yeah, and part of the reason why they were heading to cancellation is because homie wasn't really living up to
Spine has it. Okay.
to Spine.
No, but he says, right? I'm still playing devil's advocate.
Yes.
He says, I get approached by Van Wyk, who's the owner of Medicare. 24.
Oh, he's not the owner.
He asked me to
That
open
holding
up a
company.
franchise called Medicare 24 Tshwane. He said, because you black, you're more than likely to get contracts.
To get the jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go get the job. Then I can come in from a management and operations perspective
And capacitate you.
Capacitate you.
Yeah.
You get the money. You pay us fees for
management
operations,
fee, management fee. Yeah.
What? Then there's a lease in place, which implies that I was actually on my way to doing the work.
Yes.
Yes.
Then,
Yes.
then I actually went and complained to the police that I
let
went
you see the
there
RFQ. I
and I
thought
found
this-
that the place that was
Or in the occupied.
that I have a
Yeah.
lease on is being occupied by police, and the police are refusing to
They
vacate it.
refuse to-
I can't respond.
Yeah,
At
but-
this
yeah.
point, then I start go to speak to people like Sibia and Big Tele to
try
see
to-
how they
to try
can
to fix it.
sort this shit out for me, because I'm actually trying to do the
get the
work.
work.
To do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did say.
And
you
I
did
am
say.
capacitated by this man who sent me to go open the company.
Yeah.
He says it's not fronted, but that shit is
It
fronted.
is.
It is
It's
fronting.
it's total
It's
fronting.
total fronting.
It's total
That shit is
fronting.
fronted.
Yeah.
But,
Total
but,
fronting.
but like what I'm saying is, okay, 360 million rand deal. This man was actually, he actually did.
He was trying
He
to.
made efforts to
do the
actually
work.
Yeah, he
do
was
the
trying to
work.
get the work done.
Yeah.
He was trying.
Never
And-
mind the fact that he's a crook. He has ties to the underworld. He's
Yeah,
trying to kill
yeah,
his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But Spanik is Sinana, and this man had every intention to do the work.
Yeah, from his evidence, it looks like he was trying to get it done.
Yeah.
And on each hurdle, like for instance with the lease one, Harry, okay, Zbia, fix it for me. Zbia wants something.
Hey,
So, umahleketse.
What?
As-
Every toll gate.
as is the case with each tender that you're gonna deal
Yeah,
with, right?
yeah. Everybody was just wants some.
Eh. So,
keep on.
Them niggas even expect you to grease their palms just to get an invoice paid for work actually
Done.
done.
Yeah. To even get invoice paid.
Ho ntshuwe tjhelete ya hao e sebeditseng.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how so sukudisa? They hold.
Ba o kwalla dipompo.
Ba o kwalla dipompo.
So la sisi upapita bambulele at which point?
Babita
She flagged. Yeah. What
The whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for another tender.
Yeah.
Ke ya bo Mamuela eo.
Yeah, ke ya bo Mamuela.
Eh.
Una sa kwala dipopo mo.
Wabo. O na sa batla dintho di.
So now it looks like if he has no connection to Bomaumel,
Apparently he does.
it looks like it's all one and the same now.
It looks like it
These
is,
niggas
yeah.
are just all looting
Yes.
Tembisa.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Magara ska
But doesn't
ipakisa.
it
But
like
now what I'm sorry. He said something here. He said when he was sitting with Begitele made a call, and Begitele said on the phone, "This man has been caught in the middle of a Zulu war,"
Yes, he said that.
which leads me to believe that that's by implication suggesting that haba mona ba bona mfananyana wa lepedi
Again.
e ba ka dlalang ka ena.
Again.
Go like
Bomkhwanazi da is.
he's way in over his head.
Head. Yes. And you can tell like even with the treatment, bruh. Like
The way ba mo tshwara
eh,
ka
ba
teng.
motshwara ka teng, like big o emane ya manai nthuse man.
So is this nigga as important as the
We are
media
making it out to
say?
be. Yes.
Nah.
Because he sounds like a small fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat sounds like a small fish.
He sounds like a hella small fish.
but he's the one that has been chosen.
Because the
take-
small fish
For them to even say, for Biggie to even ask him, when are we supposed to run 10 days?
So
Even
who was
like
actually
intended.
Yeah.
so
They
who's
must
actually
expect-
supposed to get it?
Who the fuck are
He
you?
wasn't supposed to
Who
get.
was supposed to get it?
So who was
the fuck
supposed to get it?
Exactly.
Honale baba.
Mazolo.
Mazul and the biggest fish
Mazolo. That's why he's caught up in the Zulu war.
over these tenders.
On Sabatujo Kahano.
But that would mean kwayena Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi lawyer, not lo Mkhwanazi.
The hero.
Mkhwanazi the hero. It means naye bana
He's
Utele, he was implicated.
is.
He was
And-
implicated.
and-
And I did say, remember,
You did.
I did say, Hore.
Ditlom
this
shebela
thing-
le.
Hey, it can't.
Yeah, I
not
remember.
be-
I even remember saying we must be very wary of making him a hero yet.
Yes.
Because kinto tsa spanning tsena.
These are factional battles.
Ke di-factional
Tsa ka
battles.
spanning.
And all the factional battles tsena, what they're being fought over with real grievances.
But if what Kat is saying is true, if it's true, right, that Mkwanazi is also dirty, I have to commend that man for the balls that he had.
Bruh.
Yeah, cat.
To be wrong, no.
Mkhwanazi,
To be wrong and still go.
On
Hey.
national.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You're risking your life for this shit.
Bruh.
You're standing on a hill,
Ntho ba mentse yona e kgolo.
The whole.
Yeah, o tlo ntho ba mentse yona e kgolo.
and he'd rather
Burn everything.
burn everything,
Even if it means I'm
even
out
if
of a
it's
job.
implicating himself.
Yeah.
Like he'd rather set everything alight.
Yeah.
Nebile, I was even.
That means he's also prepared his family to say, "Yes, non kuzonyiwa ngoku ne."
Yeah. They're probably in hiding now.
But
Yeah. Nebile, I was saying, I even felt because Cat was so new in the game, like even the police intimidations and stuff that made him go to Kele in the first place. Okay, it was all orchestrated to bring this outsider to start playing the game. Oh no, man. Have him saying so that he can need help, so that then we can start digging in this nigga's pockets.
Yeah.
Because they were working that nigga.
They were working him, bro.
Yeah.
They were working him, bruh. And it hasn't been fair. They were in this nigga's pockets, bruh.
You don't get into that much money and niggas leave
And
you
niggas
alone.
just leave you alone, bruh.
Yeah.
But those who agree, Sancha.
Yeah.
You can't, bro.
Yeah.
But those who agree,
For someone like Big Brother to ask you how the fuck
did you get it?
get this tender?
Yeah.
It was a drama that day.
Yeah.
that means it was already promised to someone
Tender
else.
tsena been bad
Ina been at all.
It was already promised to someone
na
else.
been bad tsona tender tsena o mang wena
We're no man.
o tlo go jella
And
lotho.
that thing, it's another the projects attached that it needs to fund.
Exactly.
Va baizisa.
So you're gonna cut us in.
I mean, I had content, man.
Just says
Had content.
Do you think you'd be able to look the other way
Had content.
to do. How do you mean?
if you been nguwe, ne?
As what?
Ndifike mna kuwe mo ndithi jonga ndifumene itenda yobana masakhe le bridge up a new road. Qha ifuna ubuqhophololo le bridge.
In what way?
When ungubani in the scenario umulise ungintoni yena.
Wena funeke sidinga igama lakho.
Yeah.
You don't have to build a bridge. I just need your good name in society to back this shit up. Bana, if you find a legitimate man that has a real 9 to 5,
Yeah.
ndithi mna kuwe jonga kukho into enje uzofumana 2 bar.
Yeah.
But my question is a bridge being built?
Sizobona.
Aye.
It hasn't been built yet. Kaloku.
Also, another thing that I want to clarify, there's nothing wrong with fronting. And people think fronting is an issue. Because think about this. I agree there are conditions to getting a deal. Somebody would say, we require a BE person. Right? Even if that's not the skill set. Because how many black women are we empowering that are chairmen of boards with no previous illegal social work?
But that's the problem.
Yeah, and I'm coming there. I'm saying, Hori, fronting in and of itself, because it takes representativity as a value,
Yes.
right? So we mustn't paint this thing out. So if there's when whatever span, Maru, you've got a bad credit record. I've got a good credit record. You say, Hori Tabang, I'm gonna call you to be my director into my company because that's value.
Yes, Mara. Then, well, because when I was to span, I could, because I'm using your thing, I could pay you peanuts.
Yeah.
While I'm pocketing millions, because now I'm the real brains behind this.
Which
shit.
is fine.
I'm the real brains.
Which is fine.
No, but that's not what we're looking for when we were setting up the BE laws. We didn't want you to put your gardener so you can win
Exactly.
tenders
But-
because you're
Because
gonna
now
pay
you're
your gardener.
you're
You're gonna
exploiting.
pay this nigga $1,000.
You're exploiting this
while
guy.
you pocketing millions.
But here's what the corporates are doing. They're hiring us when they normally wouldn't have to gain BEE points.
Yeah.
But that's what we want. I get it.
And we still and we're still fighting about the penis we get.
Yes.
But that
then
should
also
get
They're supposed to give us more.
But that should get audited, Andity, because if you're saying if
Mama
Sivule
is in
Indo,
management,
eh.
eh.
So now you need to show that you're paying this person a management salary.
A management salary.
You
Yeah,
can't say
but
you're
could be-
putting me in management and
But
then you're
don't
paying me
try tao
the
tao.
same as a fucking clerk.
That's
Or a
fine.
cleaner.
That's fine. But the bands are very wide,
But I'm still within the bands.
and you're at the bottom of that band.
That's fine, but I'm
Yeah.
still within the
So
bands.
The point that I'm making is the whole concept of fronting happens at
All levels.
At
all
all
levels.
levels.
At all levels.
It's just a different flavor. With you're the educated black that wouldn't
You're the easy
ordinarily have
sell.
been hired.
Yes.
But you need to be hired because of BEE laws, right?
Yes.
Because of transformation legislation.
Yes. So
you are an
Then
easy sell.
there's the other guy who's not educated. He's black, right? He has a good credit record, and they're using him as a director in a
Or a
company
proxy, yeah.
to get
Tenders,
work, and
yeah.
he gets paid a whole lot less than what they're getting.
But more compared to what he generally does.
Get way more than what
Generally-
he'd be getting on himself,
Yes.
by himself.
Yes.
Then you have a guy like Kat, who they say, we don't need you to become a director in our company. We will give you a franchise. We're giving you rights to use our name. Do you see? Like it,
Yeah.
there's so many
Layers.
ways you can
Yeah,
you
in
can
this
play.
case.
It's layers.
You can play with this thing. They're doing it with us
Yeah.
in the corporates. They did it with Cat. They did it with the guy that they're using as a front, making him a director in an already existing company. They're doing it as making you making you as a black person a director, and then changing the name of the company. It's a Supatsile,
Sesfikile logistics.
Yes, sesfikile.
Murupi.
Vunani.
Fucking hell, bro.
Exactly.
Fucking hell.
So my point is like, when it comes to these things, ne, we must be very careful about the underlying principles and then the theatrics around it. So sometimes we like to point fingers on things we are beneficiaries of ourselves, but because it's kispani, PE, king.
So the problem
Botata
here,
is not hore ketu utswile. Botata is that ketu bulaile akere.
Attempted murder.
Attempted.
So
and
it's fine. Why
hasn't
again?
been proven. He hasn't been proven guilty.
Allegedly.
The lovers
He
quarrel.
he hasn't been proven guilty.
Yeah.
But now what I'm saying about this whole discussion is that there's an underlying theme that people are speaking about, especially black people. Let me not even say black people. We have spoken about it on multiple occasions. Is that there's very few occasions where a black person can get money where a white person doesn't get rich at the same time.
In this country, definitely. In this country, definitely.
Like you are unable to get money
On your own.
and a white person somewhere is not
It's
benefiting.
not getting money.
True.
Like it's and that's the problem. That's the problem that we need
Even
to
in
fix.
politics,
Yes.
yes.
Like we
Like
we're unable to fix that problem, and BE is not the answer for that.
Yeah.
BE is not the answer, because BE is saying that as a result of, well, I guess to a certain extent it is, because
It is the answer because it gets your foot in the door.
No. So it's two ways, because BE is saying that as a government, we will do business with you if you can show to us that you are this much percentage black owned, or you have this many
Compliance.
people, black people.
I name this shit.
Yeah, right? Hasislam.
It's only if you want business with us.
Yes.
I'm not
Only if you want
obligated.
business
Yes.
with
You're
us.
obligated. It's only when you
Want
only-
business with
it's only
us.
when you want
Yes.
business with us,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then there's the other side, which is what the corporates are doing to maintain the transformation PR
Agenda. Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
Right? Where they start then to represent gender, represent races,
Cis, yeah.
in order to make sure that there's representation.
good PR.
But when you look at the upper echelons on the C-suite level,
Yeah, on the controls
it's
and
still
the
clear as
JC.
day who's in control.
Yes.
here.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now
bro.
the problem that we have been unable to fix, that BE has also been unable to fix, right, is that thing that Kanye was complaining about. Because he's saying, I've got these Yeezys here, right? But they still being manufactured by
Adidas.
Adidas. Where's my equity?
Yes.
And I'm getting 2%.
Yes.
Rock and DDH, by the way, was the same fight.
Yeah.
Right? Jordan and Nike.
And my influence, my G.
As much as the billionaire, yes.
Yes, right. So
I'm
like,
not in the room,
right? So
bro.
we have been unable to build industry
Where a white is not in sight.
where I can completely cut out the white
white
man.
You are right.
Yeah.
Where,
You are right.
where I don't need a single resource from a Caucasian.
Yes.
I either need his infrastructure I need his supply chain. I need his telecom network.
His funding.
I need his internet.
Yes.
I need his financial system. There's something that I need from him. And if there's nothing that I need from him, you know how he's going to get my money? How I spend my profit when I get it.
Yeah. Because you want to spend on his
You
brands.
want to spend on his shit.
And his brands. Yes.
That's how he's going to get my money.
It's because he had a.
There's no scenario where you get money.
and there's
And
no
he
one
doesn't-
person benefit.
and he doesn't get money.
Yeah.
The colonization, it becomes colonization.
There's no scenario where your money doesn't end up in a white person's pockets.
Yeah. In fact,
Because even at my level, bro, I'm still a glorified ambassador.
as a billionaire as I am, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm an endorser.
I'm an endorser for
Yeah,
Adidas.
yeah.
Or Nike.
Yeah.
And the only way for you to get something like that, right? The only way for you to get something like that is a sure way for your country to fucking plunge into
First. Yeah, civil war.
embargoes,
First.
sanctions.
Yeah.
You end up like a Zimbabwe. 'cause
Yeah.
Nobody is going to allow.
And redefine your yeah. And that's in such a sad reality because I was thinking about how
I think maybe China is the only country that did it, right?
Do you
but when
think-
it started exactly
Like what Mo is
Yeah.
saying. They had to
got the Mao guy.
clamp down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do
And
you
suffer
think?
first, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if Mugabe was younger, if Mugabe didn't do what he did in Zim at his ripe
At-
old
at
age,
an old age.
if he was like 47
Yeah.
and he made the decisions he made,
Made.
Mm-hmm.
Could have worked.
it could have worked.
Could have worked.
Nah?
Could have worked.
You think it was an age thing?
Yeah.
I think
He
it was.
a bit senile,
I
bro.
think it was he like not the big decisions like magati asixosha belungu ne bese sibone kahle ukuthi because some of his decisions were mixed with being a bit senile.
Yeah.
So
He was a bit senile,
he didn't
bro.
think everything through.
True.
But like
But
the big idea.
You know what I
he
think?
wasn't all the way wrong.
He wasn't all the
so
way wrong.
because he was willing to start from scratch, Anditi.
Yeah.
He was willing
Like
to
China
start
did,
from
yeah.
the bottom
From the
and
gut.
build the country from
Yeah.
nothingness.
But you know what I think?
If he was young.
It's a problem that we've mentioned on the pod before. There's a nigger problem.
There's a Bantu.
Niggas, man. Yo, niggas, bro.
There's a
There's
nigger
a Bantu.
There's a nigger problem. Fana, I don't forget my brother's words. Because how do you not self-capacitate yourself?
Yeah.
Before
Before
you
kicking the
embark,
mouth, yeah.
before you embark on such a because. If
On
you-
such a
but
bold and ambitious-
China is a perfect example of people that just decided, you know what, ne?
Fana,
Fana, what am I saying?
Yeah.
By the
Never
bootstraps,
again.
But never again.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
By the
Even if
bootstraps.
it means we need to oppress our people
Yeah.
for their own benefit.
Yeah.
Fana.
Put kids in the fucking
Fana.
factories, bro.
And say
Really?
stop making babies too.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, maybe
stop making
that
babies.
was too maybe that's too harsh of an
Any babies
example.
you
I don't
gonna
want to
put them in
agree
the
with that.
factories?
Do you
My
know?
nigga,
Now, close by,
we kidnap billionaires out here.
Do you know? Like what Ibrahim is trying
No, what's
in
fine with
Burkina Faso,
Yeah.
where he's trying to make Burkina Faso an
Insulated from Western
independent,
influence, yeah.
like yabo sikhuphe nje kwanti nomlungu phakathi.
Yeah.
And the people of Burkina Faso seem to have trust in what he's trying, according to the things that we've seen on
reports.
on the media he's allowed
Yeah.
in Burkina Faso. I really hope I'm not wrong about this guy.
But then who are some of the people that are trying to undermine his project?
Niggas.
It's people that look like him.
It's niggas.
niggas.
bro.
But it's because they're in the pockets of the white man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
White
people that
funded
look like
niggas.
him. Like it'll always
White-funded niggas.
It'll
Yeah.
always be people that look like you. They did the same to Patrice Lumumba.
Yeah, white-funded
They did
niggas.
that
Even
shit to
Sankara.
Sankara.
Yes.
White-funded
Bro,
niggas.
like you can't. They were trying to do that shit with ANC. They infiltrated the ANC.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
But even with Rob,
They're
because
doing it now.
it's not that in Rob ne, but if Banla guy,
Into
Taure.
No.
Prime Minister UK.
No,
was
as
sharing on
ngela
it.
xesha ka Robert. Robert
Nkomo.
wesoloku elwa no
Shangarai.
Changarai.
Yeah.
Na and Robert wesithi Changarai use is in the white man's pocket. And
He was.
He constantly said that. Robert had said that repeatedly, ne?
was.
And I remember because a lot of the white people that
We're for Shanghai.
we were for Tangara. They were like, this guy has to go.
Yeah.
And the minute a white person endorses you, you know you're just up to some
course.
shit.
Of course.
Some bullshit.
Of
You're
course.
up to some you've sold black people down the river.
Yep.
Because I want to learn that, like, if we're talking about like child labor, right, that China does, the only people that are really pushing for it's such a bad thing is the West. And I'm thinking about, is it really such a bad thing to put 16-year-olds
no, it's not.
in the fucking factories?
Yeah.
My nigga, like,
Come
is
on.
it really such a bad thing?
It's
No, Jez, come
not.
on.
No, like if you look
not.
at when you when you really start to work, you could be like 12, bro. Pushing.
Des, you were allowed a childhood. Des,
the farms.
Des, you were allowed a childhood.
Ma,
You know
okay.
the difference. Do you remember
Ma,
when we
ma,
were
man,
driving up to
man.
Lesotho and I said, "Oh, these kids are playing,"
Ma,
and
man,
you guys
man.
like,
They're not, there's
They
no-
don't-
My man,
and then I said,
Bali.
I got me right since you said that.
My man, I'm Bali.
No, you are asking me because you saw
two
kids
boys,
coming down there. Back in the
Ema
Happened by an MM.
And wait, Mbali, ne? Because if that was my only way of life, it gets about okay. Mfethu, by the time I come of age, and for me, ne, coming of age, maybe it's 12.
Yeah.
You know, actually belong or whatever. Ne, and then and work. Dog.
That's,
And then for the West to come and tell me that is wrong.
you see what Tez is saying?
Is it really wrong?
Des, do you
Is
think? Do you think if they say your son that is going to grade 1, makafe u grade 3, seka yosebenza.
Exactly. I have that nigga working.
No,
bro.
but contextualize it.
I have that nigga. And
No, contextualize it because right now you are speaking about that in the context of Western democracy ideas.
and I live
right?
Westernly.
Which is why, by the way, one of the things why Steve Biko and Sobukwe were their minds were dangerous was that when they were like saying, before economy, what we need to fight for is to say we are doing things by our template first. So, what does an African experience say about child labor?
Exactly.
Does it even have child labor? So now
Does
what we
it
are
even
doing-
have- is it
so
even
now
a
what-
concept?
So jwale rona le etsang? Re le qhathile ne? Re le qhathile ra jwetsa basadi ba lona ntho e nngwe ne? Ra sala re le qabanya le basadi ba lona, ra sala re le qabanya le bana ba rona. Gona jena wena ka tlung ya hao des.
Children have rights.
Gona ka tlung ya hao ha o kgone ho discipline ngwana hao. Ha o kgone ho hlomphiwa ke mosadi wa hao ne? And how batla o etsa dintho? Your first impediment is these niggas ba qhathuweng ke makgowa ana.
Is these Western teachings
You
in
are
my
not
fucking
gonna win.
house?
So you keep going in a spiral.
Is these Western teachings in my fucking house?
So can I ask this, right? Can I ask this? If you had to choose a decade in your life where you get to relax, right? If you had to choose a decade in your life where you had to relax,
Yeah.
would you choose a decade in your childhood or a decade in your adulthood?
In my adulthood.
Where is this decade more savored, more
Appreciated in my late life.
In my late life.
in your late life, right?
My late life.
Okay. So now you telling me that Hake Zangwana at 20, right? Before I can start extracting value out this nigga,
At this nigga.
I gotta wait 18 to 20 years
Nah.
to get something out this.
I gotta put that nigga in work at 12.
Literally mans.
At 16, I'm putting that nigga
Eminem.
to work.
Eminem.
But
At
you
12,
bought
man.
yourself. You
At 12,
bought
I put that nigga to
yourself.
work.
Eh?
Bro.
You bought yourself. You bought you and your offspring out of the responsibility of having to be a child laborer, and it's
But then that's how.
because now
This is
you're
such a bad-
because
this is such a
if-
bad
if-
thing,
if,
dog.
If this thing was okay, then it would have been allowed across the board. It
Bro,
wouldn't
is
have
it
been
such a bad
thing?
financial situation. No, like you know how back during apartheid they used to say all 18-year-olds have to go to fucking war
Yeah,
or something, but they have to go to
the army.
to the army.
Yeah, and join up.
And it didn't matter your social standing,
Yeah.
you had to go. If that was the case, if we as a society had agreed but child labor is at 12, then you wouldn't be able to buy yourself out of it because you are in the burbs. Because then you're saying it's okay for umdana owase-Transkei asebenze ena-12.
No, that's
but
not what he's
That's not what I'm saying.
wena wakho
That's not what I'm saying.
akazusebenza.
That's not
That's not what I'm
saying.
saying. I'm saying all these niggas.
Put everybody to
I'm
work.
saying all of them.
For the
But
betterment
at
of the
12,
community.
bruh,
All of them.
For the betterment of the
at
community.
12.
All of them.
You know, but
All of them.
Yeah, we will apportion you something else for the
How?
right? But what
Now,
I'm saying is,
utospy.
I'm not.
Ke ba ngwana ning.
Hold on, I'm not hitting 50.
We're not pushing you until 18.
I'm not hitting
Utlole
50,
ngwana.
and I'm still working.
Nah, B.
Bana- ele bana ba latana,
And I've got like 16, 12-year-olds.
right? And he will get his turn too when he hits 50.
When he's
100%.
he retires.
Because it's a conveyor belt.
It's a conveyor belt.
And if there was
Put that
ever
nigga
a
to work,
time,
wow.
if there was ever a time for us to start doing that, it's now that life expectancy is longer.
Longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I can understand why they did it in the past, because life expectancy was
Yeah,
short.
short.
You know, na shaka bo
Eh, unoshoka 30.
Yeah.
Until you
Things used to
dead,
happen,
bro.
you know?
Yeah, quick.
Dog, you die at 30.
Bro, Henry was king at 17. 17.
17.
But
King.
now,
Nah.
So, and that nigga had already fought wars.
Nah, B.
At 17.
I'm like, about. So we saying that at 16, 17, 18, you've had your first kid.
hi, no guys.
Right.
No, with the longer life expectancy, it
Hold
means
on.
you can't
Let me
afford
cook.
to
Hold on.
retire
Let me
that
cook.
early.
16, 17, 18, you've had your first kid. It's the last episode. I'm going all out now. 16,
Okay, let's go.
16,
Let's go.
17, 18, you've had your first kid. Right? By the time that you're 30, you have a 10, 11, 12-year-old.
12-year-old. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
O sontso mo fa mosebetsiyana o monyenyana.
Spy.
Akere? I nna ke sututsa mohoma. Nna ke sututsa mohoma. Yena he's pulling the oxen.
He's pulling that
Hobane
shit.
ke mosebetsi o monyenyana. Akere? Ha pitla bo ma 16, 17, 18 se ke mo nyadisa.
Ke promote.
Ke a mo nyadisa ba. O sa hlaola masimo a hae.
Yeah.
Ke mahela ntlo ke a mo lobolela.
Yeah, ke promotion.
Eh.
Ke a mo promote o sa hlaola masimo a hae. By the time I hit 40, 50,
I'm relaxing.
Phila kang
I'm
wena?
relaxing.
he's making enough produce from
For
his
all of us.
homestead.
Homestead and
For all
and
of
Data
us.
High.
Ne, for my household, and
And
he's
and
already
he's-
had 2 or 3 kids that are already pulling the oxen.
Pulling the oxen.
So this thing,
It's too long of a lifespan.
Human society is like a conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt.
It's too long
It's
of a
it's a conveyor
lifespan.
belt. So like, if I give you like maybe example of how they used to structure like military societies back in the day, right? The veterans were always the niggas in the 30s and 40s.
Yes.
For you to be veteran at 30 or 40, how long have you been fighting?
You've been fighting since you were
15 years.
17.
It's too long of a lifespan to be contributing to your parents' tax, because I pay wena una 60 ngoku okuretire una 40 lo una 40 na uyayeka, but safuneke ondle
Yeah,
lo
because
una
it's
60. It's too long of a lifespan now.
it's a
You're-
damn-
we're living too long
that
for
does
this.
not mean that I'm not doing anything. I have my livestock. I have my fields, right? But I have
But I'm
kids.
not working
But
as
I have-
hard.
But I have kids, right? And I have grandkids, and I have great grandkids that I can send to the field.
Yeah, and
I don't have to go and do
and
that.
you're not working as hard.
Or if I'm doing it, I'm not doing it as hard.
Yeah, as
as
hard.
as
You're not as working
I'm not
as
doing
hard.
it as hard as that. And you know what you're saying about like it's too long of a lifespan? It reminds me how we've allowed Western society to villainize black tax.
Yes.
And even call it black tax to begin with. Because
It's
we
not even
always
tax.
understood that the kids
It's service.
feed into the system.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
provide protection, they
Yes.
provide
The work, the muscle.
production.
Yeah.
Because we did it for them.
But it's,
And we did it for those older than
Exactly,
us. So it's
exactly.
a conveyor belt.
And it's
Lona ba
fair.
kenang,
Exactly.
le etsetsa ba le etelletseng
And
pele.
it's fair.
Ho ntso kena ba- And that's why it was important to keep
Exactly.
production.
exactly.
Like
young.
to make people.
Yes. But I get so disgusted seeing like 50-year-olds at the office, bruh. Wow, one about one, they're old.
They don't
bruh.
belong here.
And bakhatezi, but dog.
They
Like
don't belong
Do you
here.
know we
I
have
hate like
we have
how-
pensioners
when you push 50.
fighting for contracts. You know, like you're at pension age,
But they don't wanna
but
go
you
home.
don't want to go home because you're saying
You don't have enough
you're
to
not
live on.
ready.
Yeah, or you're
So
not
you are
ready.
looking for like a young year contract to help
Keep
you
you going.
sustain and figure shit out, because now abasakuteksi kaloku xokule minyaka imali yakho uyifumana injalo. So you get that even though you've been working for 60 years or 65 years or okay, you've been working for 45 years, because obviously you've only been working since you were 20 or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not ready because you consider yourself young still. And now you're looking at the amount of money you are going to have versus what you are projecting your life expectancy to be.
Yeah.
And for you to sustain your lifestyle. You still want to take your wife out 3 times a week. You still want to be able to afford a vacation to Cape Town annually. You want to maintain your lifestyle, but now you're looking at the amount of money you're going to have versus if you're aiming to make it to 90, for instance. Imali ozoyifumana ngoku is not going to last you 30 years.
Yeah, but that's only because
have this boy.
our lives are now
Capitalistic in nature.
fitted around the Western concept of what
concept.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't have like the capitalist or the consumerism mindset, right?
Wouldn't have these problems.
By age 50, you've paid off your house, somebody.
And I'm done.
You probably even
But your house is not the only thing that you're living to do, Anditi.
Yeah, but you're getting a pension.
But
And your kids work. And your kids
work.
work.
And your kids work.
And they
But you want to
contribute-
give your kids a break because you want them to start. You don't want them to start life
They get
out
their
on
break.
the back foot.
They get their
When they
break
make
when
their
they're
kids.
50.
when they 50.
and when they've made their own
When they're
kids.
50 and they have their kids, then they break.
That's the break
then-
they
No, you
get.
want them.
And
You
about
want
that
them to have
time-
a softer.
No,
By the
that-
time-
that is what the white man
Lord.
told
By
you.
the time they hit 50,
That is what the white.
I'm wearing diapers and
Yeah.
I'm 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soft launch is so buangaton.
The 50-year-old needs to take care of me now.
Yeah.
The soft launch is so
While the 30-year-old takes care of the
Exactly.
50-year-old.
And that's the cycle of life if you think about
because
it.
the 50-year-old is too busy changing my diapers.
Yes.
To go to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the 30-year-old needs to
Yes.
support the 50.
The family.
And then the 20-year-old needs to work for the one that's 30-year-old.
Yes.
And the 12-year-old needs to go toil in
Can
the
I
fucking
fucking
field.
catch a break?
No.
Can I catch a
No.
break?
It's human
No,
nature.
You are young. There's no break that you need. What break do you need?
But
How
also-
it's next?
But also,
Dog, as a parent, not the first dog. I want to know as a parent. Like, as soon as my son could walk, I wanted to just send this nigga somewhere.
yeah.
I'm kind of all like,
He needs to do something around the house.
Do something around this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
You got the energy. Dog, you young. Your bones are still fresh. I'm tired of shit.
Yeah.
I got my first job when I was 15.
Yeah.
I used to waitress. And it wasn't because I'm trying to save home or
Was that not
contribute to
illegal?
society. No, I think it was a
Casual.
a
His
vacation job.
Vacation job.
Yeah, it was vacation. So vacation work was had
yeah,
always
it's
been
allowed.
allowed. So I was a waitress. It was vacation work. I was 15, turning 16. So it was like I was turning 16 in that winter.
Yeah.
I got my first vacation job, but then my mom didn't send me money.
Because it was fun.
Yeah, was bad and only.
Like she didn't send me money. Like, and I didn't understand, man.
Yeah, prangela ngoku.
Yeah.
My sister, I only did this so that I could have money, extra money on
Yeah.
top of the money I'm expecting you to send me.
Yeah.
Whether you want to delay adulthood and you want to delay responsibility.
Yeah.
And I believe the quicker you give these young
The
motherfuckers
better.
responsibility,
The better. Yeah.
The better. Because a child, with the soft motherfucking
Yeah.
brain,
Yeah.
with no responsibility, idle hands,
Yeah.
is nyaupe, is this shit that we seeing a lot.
Yeah.
It's because these niggas ain't got shit to do.
Somebody was saying,
bro.
well, all soft parenting kids are at the discipline camps.
Exactly, fine.
But
Because-
guys, this is not a new phenomenon.
Nah,
You grew
bro.
up with kids that were problematic in your childhood. I think Babati used to school.
No.
No,
But it was- but
this
it
is
was-
not
yeah,
a
but
new
it was still
phenomenon.
with-
It's
yeah.
just
Evan
changed shape. It's
Yeah.
the exact same problem. It's just changed shape because back in the day, we were tick kids. Tick is no longer a drug now. I don't know what do kids do now?
But it was all
Yeah,
of
okay.
these, but it was all of these, but nang responsibility to habobo. Idle hands, especially by name, with these soft ass brains.
Idle hands.
Idle hands
brains.
our devil's playground. Now there's no way. I get one of
Guess
this
how
boy.
old were you when you started drinking?
Idle hands,
How old were you when you started drinking?
like standard 6. I was probably like
Because you didn't have
yes,
chores.
8.
I didn't have chores. Well, not hectic ones.
So if you think you had hectic enough chores, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have had time.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started drinking?
Probably about 16.
Did you also have idle hands,
I had a shitload of chores that I hated.
but you still managed to make time for liquor?
Yeah, but why would I not? I think I'm an adult now. I'm working.
No. When you were 16.
Yeah, I'm an adult now. I'm working.
Oh, so you started drinking when you started Working.
Una sex up too. Una relax.
No,
Nani gets up too.
what I'm saying is there's alcohol, right?
And Joe, we
all want alcohol. We all want alcohol.
And what?
And I don't believe that you only drink because you are idle. You drink because you see that's what adults do.
adults do.
But you still have chores.
And you mimic adulthood.
But you still have chores. But you know what? Can I tell you something, right? There's an incident that I just recently heard about that happened at home that I didn't know about, that my cousin told me about a week or two ago. So there's these two boys, right? Sons of a late cousin of mine. Babolot's last year, right? So this year, kauna limsebetsi high. Hobo to hobona. Re kopa lelo galla patsi. E tla re thusa re peye monana mosebetsi. Ba ga bona ba ka se phuthi patsi bashimane bashinyana ba le teng. What the fuck kind of answers that?
What the fuck?
What is that question? Okay. And we just amutamo hole at that time. Agwa Roma. When all boys re tlo phutha patsi.
Khona le bashanyana.
Khona le bashanyana ka tlu. O bolotse just last year. So like there's not even so it's going to talk like you don't even have like that this like sense of duty instilled in you.
Yeah.
Mona mo shibilong ho wena ka ba le solo monna. This is now something that's supposed to be done by.
Yeah. There was a guy on Twitter who actually mentioned that which goes back to the whole thing like capitalism. We are now practicing our cultures or practices selectively. So Lili Bollo, Harasa is a Lebollo as people that grew up in the village because Lebollo was just one of the last steps of initiation. But before, so by the time of Lebollo as the ultimate, there were also these other lessons in the Rites. So now what we are doing now.
By the time of Bola, you've gone through a lot.
So now what we are doing, Lubina so so now what we are doing,
skipping steps.
We are doing anything but hey, when I'm to Musa Susan Hana Libolo, Remisa Sana 18 in an event setting. And then we are hoping Libolo will be a miracle.
And it won't be.
But that is because everything else around our community has been stripped away, and then we are only selective. So that's selectively because it's ceremonial.
It's selective.
For example, even the language we use, for example, you see like this near child abuse. I frame it to say, as black people, we've never looked at ourselves as individuals. We used to say, I'm born into a society. How do I service it?
And if you don't know, because you won't always have to come up with that answer yourself. We will give it to you. We will give it to you. And that's precisely what we're doing. We're giving you something. But what's up?
Do you think our parents struggled the same fate when they were in their youth? They were problematic to their parents, and then their parents were also dumbstruck.
I think so. I think it's the same at every generation. It's just different, and the vices are different.
Yes.
But I also think that those same differences in generations, there's varying levels of strictness from parents.
Yes.
We keep relaxing the pedal.
When I hear who my grandparents were and who my mother's uncles and aunts were, those were hard people. People that none of us probably would not have survived under.
Yeah.
When I just hear about like the things that like my parents, like my mom and her siblings went through, just to, as kids.
Just as kids, yeah.
As kids, where going to school was not a given.
Yeah.
Somebody had to go and motivate. Maybe someone in your family that saw some, potential in you had to go and speak to your dad and say, she looks like she's talented.
Otherwise, we're going to work the motherfucking field.
Yeah, ask her Massimo.
Even if it means that we need to contribute a cow or two for you to be able to go to school. We need to educate this child. It wasn't a given.
Yeah.
It wasn't a given.
privileges,
So
yeah.
like this whole thing where we saying that like, you know, you need to have a childhood, bruh. How much more childhood do you need more than 10 years?
My nigga, I feel like I eat really. Nice far as I'm fucking concerned.
Hey, you are fed up.
Yeah, my nigga, I feel like I eat. I need you to work.
Do you remember?
Because even as old people, like but to have a hole in it, once they hit like 60, they're not working anymore.
They're not working, bro.
Like how people make it think, but
do.
it's like
time to
relax.
relax.
And they still got like 20 years to
Kina
go.
kwabona.
Kina
Kina
kwabona.
kwabona.
Nobody makes them work.
Kina
Everybody
kwabona.
serves them.
Just do you remember when you were 10? Do you have like one memory of you being 10?
Yeah, playing TV games.
I do.
We do.
I do.
Well, you don't.
Nigga, like I started going to play TV game.
I do.
Usenya TV.
I remember though.
Had us a small black and white TV. I was playing TV games.
And I was having a blast.
Obsessed.
I was having a blast. I was riding bicycles.
Yeah, riding
I was
bikes.
rollerblading.
Yeah.
I was playing around in the field. Ke kola marutle, dikwana,
Yeah.
dinkankani,
Playing hide and seek.
bro.
Yeah,
like
man.
all of that shit. I remember all the Christmas trips that we did to family friends.
Yes.
All the alcohol we used to steal from the adults when they got drunk.
Yes.
I never seen it.
Yeah, from the cap.
Yeah,
Yeah, hi.
I found cold.
My nigga.
When I give it like a belly, let me
Because you're always mimicking other
Yeah,
rules.
like I remember all that shit. I remember not all of it, but like I have memories of it. But to say that Mwana you only put to work half is like 18.
Yeah, I don't
Kinda,
believe
that's
in child
late.
labor, but it's such a bad thing. I really don't believe
And
in it.
Rona, as Africans, we need to stop doing this thing where a line in the sand must be drawn for us by Western societies.
And my first job, actually, even though it was casual, was 16. You know, I was flipping Nando's chicken.
My nigga. And look at you now.
You know, ke chaka ka mo half past 11 bosiu.
Look at you now, man.
Ha ke tswara ke nka 25 rand ya ka ke a thulas.
Look at you now.
Lo tap pap.
Okay. My nigga,
Next day I'm back.
Hey, iPhones. Hey, child labor. I don't give a fuck.
Next day I'm back. I'm saving. I'm earning $25 a day. I'm saving for fucking you know those Motorola's that you used to clip on?
You
that
clip
Usher
on-
had on
on what's slow.
yeah, I had that shit.
Yeah.
I saved up for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Lay by it too.
Yeah.
$25 a fucking day.
Yeah.
When I got my lily, that put me on the yellows. I'm gonna cut my like that nigga is old. Like I think now he's because they allowed him to work post. You know, maybe unaso say sharp because he's over 65.
We're going to be those adults
Yeah,
that
and
don't have
then-
enough retirement.
Yeah.
And I look at this nigga and I had
Your
that
man's
funny.
gonna last you 20 years and then they have to
And he's not even management. So he's doing what other like kind of
30-year-olds are doing.
trainees sometimes
yeah,
are doing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at him spanning that you don't and
Don't
like,
belong here.
you're not supposed to be here, pa.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You need to be at home,
Yeah.
minding your grandkids.
without
pa.
usability.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people have lost the art of
Yeah,
servicing
and I
each
look at
other
him
as a
and
community.
that's not something to be kind of getting inspired by.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good to me, bro. To be that graying and still pushing span the way I push span.
And
So,
I like-
So it may seem that what we're actually missing is not really like this recalibration of how human societies function in terms of when and how people work. It's what we're missing is making sure that everybody has the means, the means to progress, the means to feed themselves,
Yes.
the
Yes.
means to be able to
Yes.
say, okay,
sustain themselves.
I now have people that can do this for me. Because
Yeah.
they've been granted enough opportunities
Opportunities.
for them to be able to do this for me
Yeah.
to do it
without
for
them
me.
feeling like they are
Yes.
taking from
Yes.
themselves.
themselves.
Yes.
Which is what China did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because everybody's feeding everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still how I can mona asa sokola because ka computer ke re o tsoetsa anda ba ntho e re go thusa. You know, and I need to be like helping this nigga with his job because it just looks weird to see him struggling in front of a computer like that. You know, and a sharp and he's got kids. Sharp. That maybe ntwana tsai tsona tse keninda ngiamospanela and he's sitting at home.
I keep reminding no sebetso jalo o nonka ngwana wa how when I retire
Eh,
o kenye
alo a tlo
firstborn,
kenya yena.
and his job was
Eh,
guaranteed
and he's-
alo sebeletsa.
Exactly.
This actually just happened with my uncle recently.
Yeah.
Are we out?
You were out.
That's good actually.
It's cool. We need
Well,
to wrap up.
he retired due to medical reasons, and then they just took his son on.
But
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to be, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it's really supposed to be.
Sebenza familiar high.
Yeah.
Because
That's how it's really supposed
what
to be.
people forget, like, I keep going back to this thing, your lobola and your first home, the African culture, is bought for you.
Imagine Mbali, ne? You've been a wife since you were 16. Right? You've been a wife since you were 16. You had your first kid when you were 16 and a half. Right? And you're the firstborn daughter, like you are. Right? You are being primed and groomed for the matriarch position. By the time you hit 30,
Mholo hambi.
It's umholo hambi.
you are firing on all engines.
Well trained.
Umholo hambi.
By the time you're 30, you are now usokamela mesebetsi. Se re sheba wena jwalo ka mme wa ka.
O tseba meetlo ya mona ka tlung kaofela.
Now you 30, you lost if your mom passes away.
Yeah.
And crying
Dude,
about
yeah,
and
you
crying
lost.
about men on Instagram.
You're 30 and you lost.
30, you lost and you're crying about men on Instagram.
You're 30 and you lost.
By the time you're 30,
you look terrible.
you are a well-chiseled woman.
Yo.
Go affiliate. There's no man that could ever get you that age because you're long taken. You are the epitome of what
A matriarch or a
a
woman or what
matriarch
is.
is, ne?
Yeah.
And then you are already you already spoken for.
Yes.
And a lot
Now
of
you
our
are busy
fears.
getting failed talking stage.
A lot of our fears is already one like on social media. Hey, it's like we are underprepared for adulthood. We are literally underprepared.
Way, bruh.
Yeah.
We are underprepared. That's why it's about our parents not to pass away.
That's a bar.
Because we are so underprepared, bruh.
That's a bar.
You lose one parent,
That's a bar.
You ain't had shit.
That's a bar.
Like it's a bit next.
That's a bar.
And
That's
then
a bar.
now you pushing forward and you started.
That's a fucking bar. That's a
And
fucking
you're
bar.
looking hella wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
bruh.
That's a
You're looking
fucking bar.
hella wild, bro.
Because
You're looking
you know
because your parents were prolonging
Yeah.
your childhood. No, mbali usalemnyane. Kana go no 28. Ma utake utolemnyane. No, don't let mbali do that.
I don't.
Now what?
You actually so right.
It's a bar.
Yo, we are. I'm fine.
I don't know
and
if
we're
you know
looking
this.
crazy.
I don't know if you know this. Have you seen how? Because we are mahaying, we are number we are mahaying. Have you seen how? You see maturity, even in somebody that's young, mahaying like
Yes.
a 28-year-old.
Yes.
Una lesi bupeo sa mme.
Let's read.
And then I was like saying,
read.
I was saying to my wife the other time, Hore, you could be like 40 and you look very petite. Ne? And then I'm like, you know why you look like this? Life hasn't put lines on you.
Yes.
You see? Life hasn't put lines on you.
Yes.
Because Hawa,
You haven't been tested.
and then you look at this woman, she's been married and had responsibility of her household since she was 16.
Yeah.
Ne? Life has put lines on her. As educated as you are.
By the time she's 30.
Manole, akakona organizer, she's been through how many funerals? Where she's part of the decision making. Muketi.
She's being consulted about
Ntotso di etsang ke di baby shower.
important decisions.
Eh, ntotso di etsang ke di baby shower le di gender reveal. And you think you want to compare to that woman?
Go at 30. At 30, ne, ho na le mesebetsi e sa etsahaleng ha wena o
Without
sa
her.
dumela.
When
Eh,
I
o sa dumela.
Ha wena o sa dumela.
Guys, ngicela uthethe ne.
Ewe.
Into yako wenu.
Ewe.
Azukwenzeka ungekho. Whether ukhulele elalini or whether ukhulele up. So, masinga romanticize lendo because it also comes at a cost.
Yeah.
At a personal cost.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to be you. You only are you only recognized as a responsibility as your responsibilities and the things that you have to accomplish.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when ungumntu awubi na chance yoba ngumbali, like asoze ndithi ke mina ke elalini ngizafaka ushoti. Remember we went to fucking Kan. I was wearing cycling shorts.
Yeah.
Right? Cycling shorts mna kwam is okay.
Yeah,
But
but that's
umudise
like-
uthi kumana awuzokwazi ungena kulo mzi
Ewe.
ufake i-cycling shorts ne and loo nto ne ndinto endiyaziyo nam ndiyayicinga ne benyanisile loo bhuti but you get that because of apho ndisuka khona it was acceptable for me to even get into the car with the people I got into the car with my cycling shorts on. But xa ndifika phaa, then I have to conform to those societal expectations.
Marambali la no fihla haino.
But I didn't. That's what I'm saying, Mo.
Eh.
I'm saying here in Joburg, it's okay for me to be in my cycling shorts.
Yeah.
But the minute in Duela, then I have to conform to a different societal standard. So we were taking away from the fact that I can do both. I can be here and I can be at home at the same time and acclimatize to both.
No, but the problem is that the households that we are now building here are now built on these loose
and
foundation.
duality
and rules
blended,
that we have around
yeah.
here because we deem it as okay because and then because that's how we become multi-layered. When we weren't even meant to be,
we were very clear cut before.
right? We weren't even meant to be, but now we have to play like different.
We started with
roles.
so many
Ha ke fihla
mazes.
Spaneng,
Yeah.
ke tseba ho bua Sekgowa. Wa bona? Ha ke fihla mahaeng,
It's about hlaba.
ke tseba ho hlaba. Ha ke fihla thabeng,
Wow.
ke ntho tse itseng.
Ha ke fihla
Kore, wa bona,
Kasi,
ha ke
yes.
fihla Kasi, ke kgona ho bua
Angelo.
tse tale le majentse,
Yeah.
ke bue le banana. Ko wa bona ho ba different. Ha ke fihla ka tlung ke tseba ho ba romantic.
Why is that
Like,
not?
I'm
Why
being-
is that not a good thing?
I
Why
think-
is
I
being
think-
multi-layered not a good thing?
I think it's not a good thing because the multi-layerism, right?
Steals from one
Something else,
to
yeah.
feed into another.
Yes, and it comes with its own moral deterioration.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's inevitable that one morally degenerate aspect, one morally degenerate layer of you is going to corrupt the other one.
the other one.
That's why ha re fihla la leno se rena le bonyaope boy. Ba tsamaileng ba lo sebetsa Kapa diapole.
Ko di serious, ko serious. Re bitsa serious.
Ha ba khutla mona
Se ba adoptile ntho tsa Gauteng.
ba khutla ba bua ntho tse ba di buang mane.
Ba tsuba ntho tse ba
Ba
di
etsa
tsubang.
ntho tse ba di etsang mane, ba tsuba ntho tse ba di buang,
Ba
ba
fihle ba
ntho tse
influence
di buang,
banana.
ba fihle ba influence banana. Banana se ba batla ya Kapa le bona. Ba ye Kapa kapa ba ye Gauteng
le mo-
mining kapa di Carlton Village what ba khutle ka mekgwa ena ya bona
Yep.
la le mona.
Yep.
Ha re sa tseba o tshwara mekete up until the late hours of the night.
Ba tsona le pogo.
Nna moaka ka 7 mokete wa o kwala. O no bona ka mokete o kwala ka 7. Ba lwana batho ha moaka kwala mokete. A re jwala bofetse. O mona kena tshwere pheile ya ibetsanya tjena.
To
A
announce.
ga o sa leyo. Tsamaya le mahalong. Hobane ra tseba hore ha o fifala.
Se re na le mathata ne re so ra le bona
Le
before.
sala le keneka dipompo le dikoloi.
Because le batla tshepi.
Le batla
Le
tshepi.
batla tshepi le o kadisa.
Ra tseba ga le tawe le jwang lona.
Ha le sa hlompha bontate rona ntate ha no to o khotse re le bafana ra mo feletsa ra tseba ha ke kae lona la moropa
Ibile la motsheya, ibile
la
la
motsheya
moaka.
And do you know what? Ninyansile, ne? There's like factions. I didn't grow up with things like that, but now apparently abafana belali tizeni cannot cross over to abalali tizeni
Bu
because
gangsterism,
there's gangsterism
Of
all of a
sorts.
sudden. There's gangsterism that never existed. So now, if this is your faction, you're not allowed to be seen in another faction, even though you have relatives. So you're not allowed, bana. The sun shouldn't set with you.
Upa,
because also buya,
You're in the wrong
upila.
territory.
Like, are you kidding me?
It's territories now.
Yeah.
There's territories now.
But
Lale.
Like we in the fucking Cape Flats.
a gongwe kwa busi ba ipate flat tla sa sfata ithoballe o ska ba le ntwe metsi alla.
Lale.
We're doing Cape Flats shit now.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lesotho is the same thing. Ho so bollwa ka di gang.
Oh, what?
La ho bollwa ka di
Gang
gang.
the
Ho bollwa
factions.
ka di gang. They're recruiting their own boys now. They're making their own men.
Wow. And ba ba ruta mo.
Ba tlo palama terene ya Mosotho Tjhakela, for example, bana ba kobo tse tshehla.
That's the land they
Bona le
push.
mephato e ba e tsamayang bona.
A specific.
E leng ya bona.
Yeah.
Ho rutwa mo.
This is how they recruit
'Cause now
the boys
they-
into these famu gangs.
They're incorporating gangsterism
Gangsterism.
and
If you
cultism
If you
into
read-
it.
in the teaching.
If you read Wayfarer's hymns,
That's why I was smiling because
tells you all about that
Umsutu
shit.
Chakela ndimfunde mna from Wayfarer's hymn.
yeah, and he's late now.
He's late now, but
But he-
Oh, did he die?
Yeah, a long time ago, but he was a famous singer.
Yeah, he was
But
famous.
Tereni, ya Mosotho Chakela.
It's
It's a
not
pain,
the
like-
train that we know
Is-
as a
is-
society.
is
Precedes him.
alive.
It precedes
Relax.
him.
It's as alive as it's ever been. Wa bona video tsele tse ke le romelang tsona tsa bo Zamazam. Hona la botimo nga tla hlamo na kentse go koba e tshehla. He's now dyed his
What
hair
does that mean?
blonde,
Indoni sehla, stutini ndivayo.
yellow.
Kiyambona abantu
Train ya Mosotho Chakela e tshehla.
Is it the same blankets that Malay had?
Yeah?
Ibe ka re ke nongoloza.
Hang on, remember Malay's blanket?
No, not
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
orange.
That was orange. Yellow, yellow.
E buang ka ena e tshehla ebile e na le botho tjena.
E na le bo black,
And can
yeah,
I
wow.
tell you, during campaigning season, where Sam Matekela won the prime ministry,
Yeah.
them niggas were campaigning too.
When I get to the Kenyan to
They had a candidate that they were backing
They were picking,
Backing.
okay.
as Lesotho.
Labor.
La train ya Chakela. So
So
that now they're infiltrating government.
in politics.
Yeah.
They're infiltrating governance.
Banala mabola bona.
And now all I know is that delaying
Ke ntho tse ba di nkang di mining tse.
delaying
You are right because
responsibilities.
mining is a lot of similarities with Tronco.
Or
There's sex, there's alcohol, there's drugs, there's violence,
It's captivity.
there's rape, there's kidnappings, there's
Because
guns.
you're all in captive.
so
there's-
it's
there's
just
a lot.
polluting. It's just polluting the
There's a
whole
lot.
thing.
And then kelelo tsena ba di nkara ha ke taba ya mahaeng ka
ka
tsona.
tsona.
And then they go corrupt the kids back there
Yeah.
because bana ba lapile high.
And young kids are
Yeah, but
impressionable,
talent.
bro.
How dijo, how papa, how boroto,
And young kids are impressionable.
Niggas are coming with the bag.
ha ona mathipa morene. Ba batla ho lo fumana mesebetsi Gauteng. Ba fihle ba ithute ntho tsena ha ba fihla kwana. Wa mo hopola re mane this outlaws show,
Yeah, kind of man.
right?
It was for fun.
Who's the star? Well, ke la ke
Lerumo.
Lerumo, Lerumo akere bala ba hlelwa ke masepa di readings tsa bona. Then ba itjutsa go bona ba tla Gauteng.
Mining, the way they go short and shit.
Ba kopanela o thengwe ya bona ra.
Iba guys pani.
Eba guy span, the nigga that ended up getting shot.
Yes.
The same nigga is a husband to a woman who's still living a rural lifestyle back at home.
Yeah.
She has no idea that this man has
out here
another
whining.
de facto wife, and he's a fucking gangster, and he's in shootouts every second day.
Wilding.
Bruh.
Wilding, bro.
So what that
This duality.
that multi-layerism creates like an intersection
Yeah.
that's very hard to undo once these different worlds meet.
Ibe jwale ntwe pakwa mona ha e sa le mnate.
Yeah.
Like it becomes very difficult, bro. Like no hakara, like no, maybe like laka hakasi. Wabo, re kena moketeng kapa mosebetsing. Re ga hamfetu. Jwale ha o sa tla ka baking. Ha o sa tla wa apere. O kwa itse diphaka. Wabo, se re fitla se khona fitla mesebetsi re kentse di short pene le di t-shirt. Wabo, hona mosebetsi re ileng hona wa gonza no, wabo. Muzula fihla ra kentse vest le short pen. At least he had the wherewithal to know that guys ke ne tlo dumedisa fela mara la mpona
I get them, yeah.
la mpona ke jwang wa bona. He got back in the car and
Left.
he left. Wa bo. Mara hane ke fihla mo le tshela ka mfethu.
Ha re sharp.
Ke a tseba hore mona makeisheneng ke ntwe e le sa e shebetseng kore e le sa e leng hloko haholo hakalo. Mare ha o hantle go ka fihla mosebetsing ebe
O
ha wa
fetse diphaka
ipaela.
le ntho le maoto le motho wa ntate.
The same way ke la ka go mbale hae ha ke hano go patholte mara o ko tlametsale ha ke and allocationing that lady probably wouldn't have minded.
But you felt an obligation.
No, you were right to have said that. Nam, I wasn't thinking.
You're absent-minded,
because
yeah.
I thought we're going to that guy's house. I didn't know we're going to that guy's home. Yabon?
Yeah.
So it's not to say benfuni odelela glamzi or
You were just
whatever.
absent-minded.
No, yeah.
Dizivukeberesh or whatever the case is.
But if you know what liars old people are, as soon as they see you in the circle shorts, Then this nigga is being berated.
Yeah.
And it was so
About the woman
early
that
in
is
the
bringing
morning.
food.
Yeah.
And that
It
early
was
in the
so
morning.
early in the
It might
morning.
even look like we've just come
It
from
was
clubbing.
about
Yeah.
Febek.
Yeah, it looks.
Mukhebereshi.
It just looks hella wild.
Yeah.
Like we lose the
And we are, man. We are.
we lose the values, but like everything is just like
Yeah.
I don't know, like ibile ratena na re fihlela le. Like nal des a fihlela le ratena because I'm the one that's saying there's no.
And he's like, why are you swearing me from Joburg? Yeah.
Sibile retena and I see them ke a ba bona mon like mesebetsing la leng wa bona hona le ba tenang ba bang want to keep this thing. Babang are like, fit to like,
You are outdated.
Yeah,
you are old fashioned.
what you doing?
why would you not do it?
And now,
The underlying thing, at the end of the day, no matter who you are, go compare.
good respect. Yeah.
Go compare, low compare.
Yeah.
And at the end of the
And
day,
ask,
so-
how compare?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. It's automatic.
Eh.
But it gets it. I wonder when you have the duality, ne? Once the reins fall on you, it's sort of like you are put into a position where you have to decide whether you want to like maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Want to be respectable in that area of things, because I wonder, especially when you are sort of like falling short, ka the responsibilities or how things need to be done back at home. It makes you sort of want to feel why am I going home?
But the problem, Des, is that
Like, why
it's not a decision that you can take on your own or as a family, because you still have to live amongst a community.
Exactly.
So you can't, as a household, decide that Nina anisa gqoka amajazi, for instance. Let's say you guys decide ukuthi manhlabile anisa gqoka amajazi. It's not a decision you can make
Exactly.
by yourself,
Yeah.
because
you can't.
you still have to live amongst people that
communities.
believe
Yes.
In those
in this
things.
thing.
Yes.
So you're not conforming to this thing is not necessarily a mufukeng thing.
Yes.
It's a
Community thing.
it's a we thing.
Yes.
This is how people can differentiate us from the barbarians or from the fucking nyaupes, because this is how we conduct.
And the estate
So because here in the States, you might not even know your neighbor.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
but back home, you can't decide to do a thing on your own without consulting the
Yeah, because
community
of-
at
of- of
large.
the community.
So let's say in the community we say we don't eat pork, for instance. You can't just one day rock up
Sugar speed
Yeah,
line.
with a hog and say we're doing a spit fry.
Yeah.
Because then we're not gonna come to your thing, and then you're going to then you and your family are going to say "Habari batle ndawong." But you're not gonna mention
You are going against the grain.
you're not gonna mention Hori. You don't want to be part of Ndawong because Ndawong se re decidile hore ha re je pork ka
No,
eng.
but I'm talking about in this situation because of your duality, you get to decide whether you still want to be in
You
that
opt
community
out.
or you want to opt out or not. Or when like, for instance, I'll give you an example.
And just not go home.
yeah, just not go
But
home.
you can't even do
No,
that.
yeah, or when like I'll give you, for example, for me, right? As soon as time passes away, the option really lies with us.
But you can't even do that.
I
Yes?
can,
You
but
can't
I
because
can,
you're part
because-
of the thing is you can decide that for your household.
So what I'm saying is that I could decide, okay, and
Yarekisiwa,
then none of us go back to Bethlehem ever again.
It's so possible.
It's so possible. For me, the debate I'm handling is that the life I want for myself?
Exactly.
It's
And it's an existential crisis.
Like Bethlehem ceases to be home for me.
Yeah.
Ever.
You are facing an
Because
existential crisis.
either I'm afraid to face the man I need to become for a place like Bethlehem.
That's a bar.
Or I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sign out of it. It's
At least
But
that's
you can't
refreshing.
you can't even make that decision. You can't even decide to not be part of that anymore, because even if you decide to not go home anymore, kuzothiwa kukwamfukeng pha.
Yeah.
Bachipha abantwana bapha. Do you know that opposite my house, where I come from, the people they had abandoned that land for as long as I had been alive. There was never a house there, so much so that it turned into like a burial site of sorts. And then only to discover like in the past couple of years, that one of the sons had actually the some relative or another came back to claim said land because it's your ancestral home still, because then it didn't matter that people come and go, but it was still your ancestral home.
Yes.
And then when people tell the story, they don't say "Hlalu Despa," then they'll say, "No, kwahlala uThabo phana, uThabo wengokwamfukeng." So it follows you regardless whether or not you want to participate.
But you don't have to
in
care.
the situation.
Yeah, but I don't have to care.
But it
And I know feet like my
I don't feel
Bethlehem. I know feet Josie.
you know a criminal record, ne? It doesn't affect you until it affects you. You know a criminal record. We won't know that you're a criminal. That's why I'm saying it doesn't affect you until it affects you.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
So now you will leave Bethlehem and you will sell the household and whatever, and then you move to Joburg, ne? And then, God forbid, touch wood, then you pass away, ne? And then kuta no kuyongcwatywa uDes, and then kuthi mhlawumbe apha eJoburg, apha eKalkro, whatever, sikungcwabela apha eJoburg and whatnot, and then God touch wood again, and then your son goes to jail for whatever reason, and then suddenly he has to go back to wherever the fuck he came from
for cleansing,
and then now he's looking for Bafokeng, and then he gets told to go back to your plot, ne? And that's where home is, and that's where the Sangoma told him he'll find
help,
his peace, and now he has to go and reassemble the house that you left there that had we're too black for the shit of
The
abandoning.
house that he sold.
We're too black.
That's a good angle.
We're too black to
act like we
don't.
know?
We are too black to act like we don't know that these things happen to us.
Yeah.
We're too black to say I'm now a Joburg person.
We are too black to
We're too black
hence-
to conform to Joburg societal standards, because ultimately you need to have
center.
Yes. So you can sell it. You can never go back again, and you can just become a Joburg boy. But then some sangoma in fucking East Rand is gonna tell your son that his grandmother is in fucking Bethlehem and funeka yoshisimpepo lapayana. You get what I mean?
Hey, like the point I was driving home is that because of, and I'm in total agreement with you, because of everything that you've said, selling and leaving and totally washing yourself
It's
off
not an easy option.
It's not an easy option. Sharp, it's not an option.
But it's possible.
But
it's possible.
What you're also saying that
But
another thing that makes
society makes it even difficult. Even though you think it's possible, they still hold it against you because
They're doing it.
Kuzotiwa.
But they're doing
They're
it.
doing
Mbali.
it. You know, when I was
they're doing it.
studying African philosophy, this philosophicality of African philosophy, they were juxtaposing personhood in a Western concept and an African concept, right? And then they said in the Western concept, personhood is conferred upon you upon birth. So as soon as you are born, we recognize you as a person, as an individual who has individual aspirations, dreams, and ambitions.
Yeah.
And it's okay and it's understood and it's expected of you
to follow your
pursue
path,
things
and your path
for your own personal interests.
Yes.
And then they say from an African concept, personhood is conferred upon you by the community.
Yes.
We decide who motu. Kika hore motu ke motu ka batho.
Good.
Yes.
So ho ya ka diketso tsa hao ke teng mo re tla re that's why re a dumelana hore o motho
Once you've worked the yards.
once you've contributed or poured into
this thing.
To this thing.
into
100%.
this thing. So now when you're saying that, like, what about what I want? You know, or I never got to have a childhood or whatever. In our communities, historically, that did not matter as much as we perceive it to mean right now. Like all these ideas that we have and the multi-dualities and everything, these are like all things that were foreign to how we were actually governing ourselves as a people.
Yeah, you're right, because because one of the reasons why I did it is I was facing an existential crisis like you, because Hesu kibo mefel habo lead. I don't have male uncles in the true sense. And then I was like, bruh, I've been in Joburg since 93, right? And I swear to my, I'm never doing this shit. But antse ke hola, I started reframing how I look at this thing and to say, you know what? I need to be of service. And nna lerato na se ke letsa service. Wa bona hore ntho tsa heso se ke a bona tlamile di emelwe ka maoto ke motho wa monna. And mo ke tswang teng like mo di se seng, bonna ha o ife. There is a right to passage.
You have to earn it.
You can't come say, anything I want to be because it's conferred to me as a man. No,
Exactly.
I need to say, I need to accept the cookies. You know, like when you go to the website,
but
there are
accept
cookies where I live.
Yeah.
And if I want to navigate this website,
You have to accept the
I need to
cookies.
accept these cookies. And that's it, you know?
Yeah.
But now what I need to do for me to be able to go through with them, I need a bigger reason for them than just horikele bollo. I need to say, nka heso ya ema. Heso ho a hlompheha. You see?
And that's important.
Go go etsa mhlala ne hona le o thengwe e la hlokallwa ke mme
Yeah.
ne o la hlokallwa ke mme. There's certain rituals that need to happen.
Yeah.
I get. And jwale ka motho a moholo kapa as the eldest in that family, there's certain rituals or mesebetsi o tlo tlameha go e o kamela. I get and facilitate and lead, right? Ka hobane motho ono na sa bolla, right?
Ha kgone ho di etsa.
Motho ono ha na sa tlamele ho etsa ntho tseno a di tsetse mmae.
Why? Na sa kgone.
That's exactly.
Wa tseba maloma ka ema a re wena ha o no di etsa ntho tseno hobane ha re no tla pele ke moshimane.
Mushimane. Yeah, that's exactly why I did it.
At your own mother's funeral.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's exactly why I did it.
Hectic.
That's exactly that.
Hectic.
Nahana bohloko.
Ha o tshware le lekase mfana.
Yeah. Ah, father, yo.
le ka sa o le
Yeah, ha o le
tshwara.
tshwara.
Ha o no ya le mabitleng.
How we? How we mabitleng?
Yo. Or when it's shit like that. Or when now if you have duality, okay, king come magagolo mupata kwan. Fuck y'all niggas.
But and that's why I'm saying right now.
Fuck y'all niggas.
What you are playing?
It's
a cop out.
Yeah, it's a cop out.
It's a cop
And
out.
that's what I'm trying to
and
say.
that's what we need to call it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is a
Yes,
cop
yes.
out.
So that's why
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying it is an existential crisis because the way you need to frame it in your mind, you just now need to say, in fact, o tsotsi ke Bafokeng.
Magota emela na.
And utlwa ntho ena ne o tsotsi ke Bafokeng ne because this thing of personhood o tlisitswe ke batho wena mona lefatsheng ne. Who the fuck do you think you are?
To cop out.
And I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm just saying there's a confronting question. Who the fuck do you think you are to change the trajectory of this family?
Yeah.
But
to cop
your
out out of the
parents-
shit.
And what
Your
have you
parents
done?
brought you out of this. Your parents are the ones that decided to buy you out of this.
Exactly.
Ba haile man, lebitso la bona. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Exactly.
Your parents got captured.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they bought that. So the responsibility ultimately is not yours alone because they're the ones that decided that copping out was the better future for you because they're the ones that introduced you to this.
Yeah, but I'm shitting on it because I sort of feel like if we take it back to the thing, yeah, responsibility. Like if our parents were giving us this responsibility,
Banyane.
it wouldn't shock us so much.
So much.
It,
They failed us.
Yeah. Le bona they failed us, yeah.
it wouldn't shock us so much. I wouldn't be having these questions. Second
Yeah.
God,
They-
like
yeah.
my path would be clear.
Yeah.
They failed us because wa bona ntho tse ke di buang mo. Ha ke a di ruta nna ntho tseno.
We tutile.
Ha ke a di ruta nna ntho tseno.
We tutile.
Nna ke a itshwa le bollong.
Yeah. You took it. Well,
Ke a itshwa le
we
bollong.
kissed. And that's a failure on our parents'
That's
part.
also true.
That's
That's
a
a failure.
failure.
That's
bruh.
also true.
That's a failure.
Ntho tse le utlwang ke di buang mo.
Yeah, we tutile.
Ha se ntho tse ke di rutuweng tseno.
We
That's
tutile.
ntho tsa ka tlung.
We tutile. And
Nobody said monna re salo negotiatela mama mahadi
Yes.
o kotle le gona o go tlo go etsa la
Ho
bona.
etsahalang ha o etswa ntho
yes,
tsena.
yes. Now, Fana, I sit here feeling so underprepared for my responsibilities so back home.
And that's professionally honest,
I
yeah.
feel so underprepared.
Yeah.
Do you know when I was a kid, ne, I used to do with my grandmother, and I didn't have chores as a child growing up, ne. But then whenever it would be time to go home, then my grandmother would make me do shit like do the dishes and stuff. And then I'd cry, ne? And then she'd be like, no, the reason I'm making you do this is so that when someone else makes you do this, when we get to where we're going, it doesn't sting so much.
Yeah.
So she,
It
like,
it's an
you know,
abuse.
It was
yeah, but
training.
so she's
bro.
trying
Training.
to teach you
Training.
these things, but she's also trying to be soft about it.
Yeah.
So it's not to say they didn't try to teach you this, it's only because they were so gentle about it that you only picked up things you liked about it. Because even with chores, like, she'd make me fucking mop and I would bawl and be like,
No, but I think
why are we doing this?
Your situation was actually a deliberate attempt. It was clear as day that this is what you were being groomed for. Rona ho no tricky skolo. Ibile ho mamelwa ma mistress ha ba jwetswa hore ba ska re buisa Sotho ka tlu. Hobane tlamela re tsebe Sekgowa. Ha re ha le go rute lona tshebetso tse ba tshwara di-podcast. Re sebeletsa banka tse kgolo. Mara fitla hae.
But it's taken.
Who are you? Yeah, I'll tell you, who are you?
It came at a cost. It came at a cost.
There's an expense, yeah.
Yeah, it came at a cost.
And that's why I have like the insecurity about like Bosotho Baka, because I look at these people and I'm like, bro, I could have had that.
Yeah, it came at a cost.
I wanted to have that, but at my age,
and your environment as well,
it's
where you were
like
born,
it's impossible for me to attain that.
Yeah,
and sometimes I.
And Lebolo was for me like something,
an attempt.
Yeah.
And sometimes I resent sometimes for our parents like listening to us. Man, I was young. Just tell me to. Force me to do it. I was a fucking child. If I cry, I cry, but let me do it. Because I wish I did.
They should change you.
I wish I did them. I wish they forced me to do them.
They should change you, yeah.
I wish they forced me to show them.
Yeah.
Like, now sometimes I look at my son crying, get him fun. This is good for you. I don't give a fuck if you cry. Like in my head,
and you are right.
I'm gonna force
a lot of our parents like they didn't deposit now.
I'm gonna force you.
We find ourselves.
In fact, I'm gonna chip. I'm gonna chip and chisel you.
Yeah.
I can't do that softly. You can't chisel and shape something softly, bro. You can't.
You need fire. You need heat.
Yeah, and you need to win a kahamu. Yeah. White school, soft parent, nah, man, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, bruh. Seriously, like, we gained some things, but
we lost a lot.
We lost a lot.
Yeah.
We lost a lot.
We accepted
We
spaghetti.
lost a lot.
Taught anything.
Yeah.
We lost a lot.
Yeah.
Because we're big English.
And it's no blame to our parents, man. They thought they did the best.
When even your own people are amazed at how well you master your own language, that they didn't teach you.
Yeah.
But all that effort to teach yourself.
You taught yourself.
All that effort to teach yourself
All my life.
like literally you bootstrap that shit.
But they were trying to get you one up on life.
Like you bootstrap that shit on
And
your
they
own,
did.
bro.
And they did.
And they did.
It's not a big
It's not
deal.
all bad.
But
It's a
because
system
I
issue.
think we do need to cut them some slack. Because
No, yeah,
in
of
their
course.
minds,
Yes,
in their minds, it was either or. There was never.
Yeah, it was
you couldn't be. Awukwazi ba ngumuntu obomvu uphinde ngumuntu uphinde ube liqobhoka. And it's
I do shame.
Do you know that?
Gotta cut them slack, yeah.
Ibone ekhaya ne be double door ne. So then my mom and I would stand on the door ne sibone and it's amaqobhoka were the educated kind, abantu ababomvu, and then abantu ababomvu are still living ubomi babo bubomvu where they're coming back from wherever they're coming back from, banxilile, and then they're passing out on the grass, and it's okay, and then they wake up a few minutes later, and then they come in, and then they ask you what you made for dinner, and
Which people?
It's like a man.
redness, people that don't go like to heart of redness.
Heart of redness, yes. This man wrote a book about it.
So it was like the Abanamabom were considered the uncivilized people, and then Amaqoboga
civilized.
The educated. Amaqoboga the ones that wear clothes,
yes.
And then Abanamabom
the traditional
traditional way.
Oh, there was like a clear demarcation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And people actually lived according to those.
Yes.
Right.
So you would like as a child you automatically knew who's who from
who you want to aspire to become as well.
Who's who in the zoo.
Yeah.
You get mana umntobovu, like, and then you want mana uhlale ndweni, and then kanti bachisa endlini labalayita endlini qhume like yabona
cook on the floor in that.
you know like, and then you, as a child, you don't want those things
You
for
don't
yourself,
aspire- yeah, you don't
especially
aspire for
because
that,
electricity duma all day, every
Yeah.
day. You need duma generator, no. So already you've already classed people
Yeah.
where you come from, and you already drawn lines to distinguish that you don't want that life.
Yeah.
So I get how or why our parents forfeited
No, for sure.
culture for
For sure.
this thing that is
Yeah.
you
Listen,
see.
I get
Yeah,
it.
because sometimes, like, what I do for my mom is that sometimes, with, like, when she's lamenting a certain behavior from someone in the family, and because she's looking at it from a lens, the era from where she comes from, she doesn't understand all the things that could have happened to you that might have led to how you are today. And I always have to, like, guide her and show her that, what else could you have expected from this person if this is the card that they were dealt?
This is what they
Yeah.
know.
And sometimes I do that for her too. And I'm like, you are like this because of these things
cards
that
you
I heard
dealt.
about how you grew up. There's no other way that you could have
Could have
turned
turned
out. If these
There's not
things
your own
didn't
volition.
happen.
Yeah.
if these things
Were
had
not
not
in
happened
place,
to you,
yeah.
and when you speak about, like, this demarcation of, like, king,
Maqoboka,
Babakgubudi le ba jwang?
le Maqoboka, le ba-
Koboka no
Qoboka
no.
kwetsa?
Nababu, civilized.
Oh. There's a show that I'm watching right now on Netflix. It's called The Last Standing Samurai.
Oh, I've seen Actually, she was there.
Yeah. And like there was this era in Japan where the Japan was now getting, like, westernized.
Yeah.
And all the Western technology was coming
They say,
in with the guns. And then you had, like, this entire class of people who all they knew was to wield a sword.
Sarah, yeah.
And they were, like, the upper echelons of society. And now here's this, like, Western
Gun
ideals
thing.
coming
Changing the
in.
trajectory,
And
yeah.
Changing.
politicians with their suits and their armies with guns. And you have, like, the new peasant class now, who used to be the elite,
Elite
the
at the
samurai.
time.
They have no jobs. Their only skill is
Sword.
Killing.
warfare.
Yeah. And a
And they
sword.
are starving.
And that sort of warfare is going out of
They missed
fashion.
the boobs.
And the politicians are trying to kill them off because they represent an era
An old-
that is
yeah.
like
Le bona, they are not
Yeah.
adapting.
Yeah.
long gone.
Yeah.
And like it just, like, dawned on me how, like, we have, like, every society has that thing where
Yeah.
westernization has just, like, been like it's like
It's like a
termite.
hurricane. Yeah.
It's like locusts coming into a cornfield
and
they just like envelop
engulfs.
Yeah.
Engulfs
Everything.
That's a good way
We've
of putting it.
basically killed off abantu ababomvu where I'm from. Because
Yeah.
I haven't, since childhood, literally, I haven't
seen
seen
one.
And
umuntu obomvu since.
There's no way they could have survived.
There was no way they could
We
have survived.
basically killed
Yeah.
them off because
Yeah.
we convinced
Literally.
them that their way of life
It's not the right
was
way.
not,
Right
but
way.
except it was not the condition. The conditions didn't allow for us to have done that, because now people that could have survived for decades or centuries no longer can now, because if you don't have a job, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But these people,
Yeah.
abantu ababomvu, didn't have jobs.
They were surviving.
Yet they were surviving off of the land. But now that's no longer
Viable.
viable, because you need money to even get the
buy
seeds,
land.
to plant the
Exactly.
thing, to do whatever you need to do to make things
Everything is
happen.
mechanized.
So we've basically eradicated
The
abantu
conditions.
ababomvu.
Yeah.
And
Do
then
the-
I literally, my lost memory yomntu obomvu was like a childhood
Like a
memory.
child, yeah.
Dimbona, because I used to love, because I didn't understand the concept of not wearing underwear, ne? Because the ladies would just sit down and they would pee, and then that would be
That's it.
And they get
then
up
I'd
and
be
go.
like, "Hi, mama, want bahlelele ntoni?" And then she'd explain. But now I haven't seen that in
Yeah.
decades.
And you won't ever. You won't ever.
It's actually all sad.
Alright, man.
On that note
Oh,
of
kinda, when I still got some
Ramahaye,
stuff.
thank
Yeah,
you for
man.
the season. We are
Yes.
out. We see you in the new season, season 20.
Yeah, enjoy your festive, guys.
Yeah, ne?
Since 2018,
Re kgutla ka season 20 next year.
Yeah.
19.
19. Oh, we are on 18, sorry.
Yeah.
19, yeah.
19.
19,
And
yeah.
we're going to have a big announcement for you.
Yes.
In
yes.
season 19.
Yes.
I
Motherfucker,
asked
next
these
year.
people for one thing. I asked them for Secret Santa. When I tell you I'm the only one that showed up with a gift today,
Get the fuck out of here. It's supposed to be today.
This is the day.
We were
This
disoriented.
is the day that I knew
Forgive us.
that these
forgive
people
us.
don't care a damn.
Maybe what we should do, we should buy you
No, fuck you guys. Take the shit and get out of my house.
Kwatile Chobolena. Hey,
Kilometers. But guys, enjoy Festivalona. Stay safe.
stay close to your uncles, your
Yeah,
aunts.
man.
The last segment, especially.
Enjoy your family.
Now that you're going home,
Yeah, enjoy
reorient
your
yourself
Enjoy
into your family structures.
Do some drugs and stay off the alcohol.
Yes. Make
Have a
plans
good
for
time.
next year. Make plans for next year.
And how rata wa morote.
Amarato Mrotela. You know, meet new people. It's nice. It's a good time for flings. It's a good time for flings. Man. It's a good time.
You
You know?
but it was a
Yeah.
good one. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
And
man.
we out.
Easy.
Howdy.
The